What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing tonight? Here with you guys live on the Success Connection. I see lots of people saying great. If you're doing great tonight, if you're doing awesome, if today has been a great day, this week has been a great week, and you're looking forward to many more great days and many more great weeks, just say yes in the chat box for me right now. I want to see that everybody is having a phenomenal week and super positive and excited about the weeks to come. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. Awesome. Well, listen, guys, if you are here for the first time on the Success Connection, I want to welcome you. We do this every single Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just my way of connecting with my students. Sometimes I connect you with friends of mine, like tonight, and then a lot of times it's just me, myself, and I, and lots and lots of training. So I'm really excited about tonight. First of all, I'll be leaving tomorrow morning for my bachelor party. Does anybody want to give me any tips on the bachelor party? Things to do, things to do, places to avoid. I see lots of people say stay safe. This is always good. We'll be in Miami for a little while. We'll be in Puerto Rico for a little while, and then we'll be in Anguilla, so just a little island beach town. Lots of fun. Some of you saying no cameras. I agree. No cameras. So should be a lot of fun. Matt says no strippers. No, I think it'll be a tame bachelor party. I do believe so. We have about probably 12 different people coming at different sections of it. We'll be gone for 2 weeks. So next week we'll be broadcasting from the bachelor party trip, and the next week as well. So we'll be coming to you live. Like I said, no matter what, I'm always here for you. Always going to have the Success Connection. Never going to take a week off, even if it's on the once-in-a-lifetime trip like my bachelor party, because we've always got phenomenal things to share with you. And that's what this is all about. It's about a reset. It's about hitting that button and knowing that you can look forward to an awesome training, some awesome motivation, some awesome insight, knowledge, capabilities, wisdom, all of these things every Thursday night. And of course, for me, it's really exciting because I get to interact with my students. I get to talk to all of you. I get to learn a little bit about you and what you want and what you need and the things that you'd like to learn. And I'm always trying to adapt to that. And that's actually what happened this week. So last week I brought on a guest. His name was Jason Flatland. He's super smart. And I'm telling you, we had in our Facebook group, which by the way, you can see the Facebook group link there. If you're not a member of the group, we invite you to join us. It's completely free. Man, in the Facebook group, there were so many comments asking me to bring Jason back. On my fan page, so many people asking me to bring Jason back. How many of you were here last week and wanted me to bring Jason back this week? Type the number 1 in. If you were here last week and you wanted me to bring Jason back this week. Tons of ones. Literally looking at GoToWebinar, we now have 600, 700. Okay, yeah, literally we've got, it looks like a good 80% of you were here last week and wanted me to bring Jason back this week. Jason is just super smart, and he teaches in a very methodical way. He teaches in a very broken down, step-by-step manner that really does help a lot of you understand kind of what he's doing, how he's doing it, and then how you can do it, right? And so, yeah, Jennifer says he's very clear and very honest, and that's what I really like about him. So I had a really awesome training plan for you guys. In fact, I had even mapped it out. I'm going to share it with you real fast. Let's see. This was the training that I had planned to do. It's called the Profit Cycle. I don't know if you, oh, gosh, old school notebook. See if you can see where it says PC1 right there, and it's got the little things drawn out. So I had planned to go over what I call the Profit Cycle, and it's called the Profit Cycle Breakdown. What I did was I decided to push that training until next week. Next week we will start a 3-week Profit Cycle Breakdown training that's awesome. But I pushed my training a week because I had so many of you asking me to bring Jason back on. So the minute we got off the webinar last week, I asked Jason, I was like, dude, these people are asking me to bring you on like I've never seen before. And so I asked him if he would come on. He agreed. So everybody say thank you, Jason, in the chat box. Okay? Thank you, Jason, in the chat box, because he agreed to come back. And not only did he agree to come back, he agreed to do something for you tonight that he was not going to do. No intentions of doing it. But for the first time ever, and I've brought a lot of guests on over the years. We've been doing this for a year and a half, and I've brought guests on, I would say 20% of the time, maybe 25% of the time, I'll bring a guest on and have them train. Some of them have products and software and training and stuff, and then a lot of them don't. A lot of them are just really awesome people that I know, and they can't believe I do this every single week, and they just can't, they're blown away that 1,000 people are on here every week, and so they're excited to come on and just talk. I've had quite a few that have come on and taught that had just, it was for the experience for them, if nothing else. And so Jason, of course, was one of those people. He came on, he taught, everybody was just so blown away. They asked for him to come back. I got him to come back. And then a lot of people were asking me if Jason, I mean, literally, you can go look on the fan page and in the group. People were asking me if Jason had trainings on and products teaching the Amazon methods that he was using. How many of you asked me that question, by the way? Type number 1 in. If you asked me if Jason had products and trainings and courses. So it looks like Robin, Dan, Thomas, Shelley, Joyce, Nima, Heidi. All right, I can't, that's everybody. A lot of people asked for it. So here's what I did. I asked Jason, number 1, will you come back and teach? He said, yes, he's here. I also asked him if he had trainings and courses, because honestly, I never really paid a whole lot of attention to that. And he said that he does, but they're completely closed down. He doesn't have products and trainings and services and things like a lot of us do that are just open to the public all the time. And that's because of the amount of time and effort and energy that he has to put into working with his students. So they kind of plan who they're going to allow in their courses. So I talked with him, and he gave me a really good analogy, and it's something that I want to share with you guys. You know, there are, let's just say that you're standing in New York City, all right? Anybody ever been to New York City? Just say yes if you've been to New York City, all right? I see a lot of people saying yes, all right. Go back there mentally. Let's just say you're standing in New York City, and you want to get to LA, okay? So you want to get to LA, all the way across the country. How many of you would agree, all right? Just type the number 1 in if you agree with me. How many of you would agree that it is possible to walk from New York City to LA? Type the number 1 in if you agree. Okay, I see a lot of people saying that they would, yeah, that it's possible. Okay, now let me ask you this. How many of you would rather spend $700 on a Delta flight and get there in 5 hours instead of having to walk? Type the number 2 in if that's you. All right, I see lots and lots of people typing in the number 2. Listen, there are, look, walking, maybe not Delta, maybe United, maybe American, any flight. Okay, the point of this is there are, with anything online, with any business, right, and we've talked about this before, with my fan page business, with our email marketing, with anything, what you learn here on the Success Connection, you can do on your own, just like you can walk from New York City to LA without an airplane. How many of you are excited about that? Just say yes. You can do it on your own, just like you can walk from New York City to LA. That's possible. But what I like to do is I like to bring people on that can offer you that airplane, offer you the faster way, offer you the way that where you're not guessing, how do I get there? What path do I take? What road do I take? Where it's just a clear, concise path that you can go down quickly, right? How many of you prefer that? Just say yes, right? That's the reason why I love Jason, because Jason offers that path, and he offers that airplane ticket, right? So that you don't have to walk, you can fly. And not only can you fly, you've got a pilot that's going to take you there. He's going to take you down the path that you need to go down to get where you want to go, the speed that you want to get there, and make sure that you're profitable and successful, right? I see a lot of people saying that that's exactly, it's kind of ringing a bell. It was very good analogy. So that's the reason why I agreed to bring him back. That's the reason why he agreed to be here. So I am really, really excited about this training tonight. What we're going to do, look on the screen. If you're new, then this is new to you. If you've been here before, this is still different. We're going to be giving away $1,000 tonight. Why are we giving away $1,000? Because I wanted a lot of people here. I didn't want them watching the Democratic National Convention. We happen to always do the Success Connection right in the middle of the debates and the conventions and all of these things, and people don't show up. And I'm like, why don't you come? So Jason's giving his time. And so, yes, I ethically bribe. You're right. I would like to bribe you to be here and not there, to focus here and not there, because here's the thing. You control yourself, right? And this is one of the things, and I'll shut up in a minute. I'll let Jason get started. I know you're all eager to get going. But here's the thing. You have to remember and realize in life that you control you. And really the only things that you should worry about are the things that you can control, because if it is out of your control, then you are wasting your time, right? Well, I'm not going to say that we can't control who wins the election, because we all get to go out and vote. But there's one thing that I can tell you. You control your destiny. You control your ability to have success. And by being here right now, you've put yourself first. You've put yourself, your success, your knowledge, your education, your wisdom, the capabilities that you'll have. You've put all that ahead of everything else. And I am just completely proud of every single person that's here right now, ready, willing, and able to listen and learn, and putting yourself ahead of anything and everything else. Because you know what? That's what success takes. It takes investing in yourself. It takes investing time, money, energy, right, in yourself. And I'm willing every single week to invest my time and my energy in helping you, be it with awesome guests or awesome education or our Profit Cycle Breakdown series, which will start next week. And even to the extent that I'll ethically bribe you to be here, to do what's best for you. So at the very end, we'll be giving away the $1,000 cash prizes. We're going to do 10 different people for $100. So lots of people are getting ready to win money this week. Maybe it'll be a nice, and we pay you all live, so maybe it'll be a nice little weekend gift, right? Dinner for two somewhere. So it should be awesome. Sano, how are you? Welcome. I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm glad that you're here. So also, at the end, I'm going to talk to you guys about our software that I gave away about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I gave it away. Some of you have not had the opportunity to get it. Some of you are new. I've got software, cost about $10,000. I gave this away 3 weeks ago. I'm going to give it away again tonight at the very end. The reason I'm giving it away is it's something that's super, super important that you have for next week's training. So I want to make sure that you get it. It doesn't cost you anything, okay? But for now, I want you to all listen. I want you to focus. I want you to turn the television off. I want you to turn your cell phones off. And I want you to be laser focused on what Jason has to say tonight, because I truly believe if you pay attention, he's going to be able to show you how to get from New York to LA and how to not have to walk, how to just simply hop on the airplane that he himself is already flying for you. And I got to tell you, if I'm going to try to get from here to there, if I'm going to try to get from not profitable to profitable on Amazon, I want to be on the airplane Jason's flying, right? How many of you want to be on Jason's airplane? Just say yes. Just say yes if you want to be on Jason's airplane, going from where you're at now to where you want to be with Amazon, going from having never made $1 to having made a lot of money on Amazon. You want Jason to fly that damn plane, I can promise you, right? So I'm on it. I'm jumping on it. The question is, are you? Jason, are you with us?
I'm ready to go.
Listen, man, I've already built this up like you're literally about to put us off on the airplane that takes us to the Amazon profit centers, right? So I want you to get started. Make it happen. You can go on and steal the screen from me. Guys, I'll put my screen back on at the very end when we start our cash giveaways and we do all those good things. And, of course, I'm going to mute myself and take myself off the camera as much as it pains me. This is my last week with you from my office, but I will shut up and I'll give the floor to Jason. But I'll be here the whole time answering questions in the chat box, paying close attention. And, of course, I'll be back probably as soon as Jason is finished with his training to start giving away cash and doing all the fun stuff we always do. So, Jason, take it away, man.
Thank you, Anthony. And you should see on the screen that little young face, Jason Fladlin, co-founder of Rapid Crush Inc., how to sell Amazon.com once and for all. Let's just make sure that that's what we're seeing here and that the slide is not paused. So it should say after this, when I advance the slide, it should say quick review. Are we good so far? Quick review, then I'll show you the exact 4-step plan for Amazon. Woo! All right, we're off to an excellent start here. And I will tell you whether or not you were here with us last week. This is going to be great for you. You're going to be able to handle it no matter where we go here. I'm going to specifically, we laid the foundation. We went into the inner workings of how Amazon worked last week. This week, we're doing step by step. First do this, then do that, then do this, then profit. Now, very clearly, I want you to know that I do not love Amazon or hate Amazon. I do not care about Amazon. What we care about is Amazon as a vehicle. And I believe Amazon is the easiest, single, greatest, simplest vehicle for anybody to make money online with. I want the money, and hopefully you do too. And not just for the money itself, for what it can do for you. The wealth is a better term. And if you want the wealth, then I think you're in the right place. I think Amazon's going to get you there the easiest. And why is this? Because as we discussed last week, Amazon is bigger than the next 10 largest e-commerce providers online combined. Yep, bigger than Apple and Walmart combined, and Netflix thrown in for good measures, and then times them by 2. And they spend, customers that is online, 15 cents of every dollar spent online is spent on Amazon. So you can already see that if you want to sell something online, boom, this is where people are buying it. And then in addition to that, hundreds of millions of customers have their credit card on file, so not only are they buying on Amazon, they're buying with one-click purchases. Where my one-clickers at here? Don't you love that? I'm in the doctor's office the other day. Boom, one-click purchase. I'm outside walking, get an idea, one-click purchase. Don't tell me I'm the only one that's done that. I'm sure you've done that as well. In the United States, at least, half almost of U.S. households have an Amazon Prime membership. So this means when we start selling on Amazon together, you and I, both of us, all of our products will qualify for free 2-day shipping. Isn't that wonderful? Because where else are you going to be able to sell something and offer the best shipping for free, just like Amazon does? This is why we love to use Amazon to make that money. We all know mobile is very important. I promoted Anthony's mobile success training, mobile opt-in training earlier this year because he's one of the best, in my opinion, at mobile marketing. But think about this. 3 out of 4 smartphone users have the Amazon app installed on their phone, and that's what they're purchasing for. And in fact, 44% of all product searches start at Amazon. You are playing an uphill battle if you're not using Amazon to try to make money online. And Amazon is not something that has peaked out. It is something that gets bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. It isn't kind of like, oh, we hit our peak and then we're just going to ride this thing out. It's like, no, every year we sell on Amazon, we're like, whoa, there are literally tens or hundreds, millions more customers worldwide that we can sell to. Now, here are the challenges that stop people from diving face first into Amazon, all eager and ready to go. These are some of the things I think that keep people poor. The small nags that keep people away from big opportunities. And this is a concern a lot of people have. Is Amazon saturated? And boy, if it was, I would love to be the one who saturated it because I'd be a billionaire at this point. We would be retired on a beach somewhere. Are the golden days over? That's a very fair question. And this is something that concerns some people with Amazon because they say, hey, Jason, by the time it gets through from people like you to people like us, has all of it already been picked over and now people are just out there selling the opportunity, and that's a fair consideration as well. Is it front-end capital intensive? It sounds like it might be because you're going to have to set up your own product line, your own brand, you're going to have to order inventory, and so on and so forth, and that's a valid concern, and I do appreciate that. Is it worth replacing something I'm already attempting? This is the one I think is the most important thing to consider. It's not like we're lazy. A lot of gurus like to say, well, you just need to take action. And I think that's a bunch of hogwash because I guarantee you, and I'm looking at 721 people logged on to this webinar with us right now live, is all of you are taking action. In fact, right now you're taking action by investing your time to educate yourself further. So I don't think it's a lack of action that robs you. It's the types of actions that you're taking that determine whether you are wealthy or not so much not yet. And so I'm saying I think maybe you should take these actions as opposed to other actions you're already taking, but I have to prove my worth to you, which is what I'm going to attempt to do here today. But this is important, and this is why we bring these up right off the bat. I call these inbuilt biases. And the challenge is if we don't handle these right away, anything I put in your brain, you're going to immediately kick out. Whether it is something that is perfectly, absolutely, specifically, exactly correct for you right here, right now. If you have this wall that doesn't let it get through, if your cup is already full, I can't put any more in there, okay? Specifically, if you can't put these biases on hold or these concerns or these things that might distract you from giving me your full attention for the next 57 minutes, who cares if I show you people like Leah who started with 0 previous experience and in less than 2 years has a $200,000, not per year, per month Amazon business. Or Mario, he is an administrator, full-time, working at a university, still working there, by the way. Product goes live 5 weeks later, $100,000, not per year, per month income stream. Or Nigel, who starts and 9 months later hits over £1 million. Or Pablo, 32 years old, been doing this business for less than a year, up to $500,000, not per year, per month. And James and Matson and Christiana and Chaz, who just sent me this the other day, hit $500,000 in a month this month, or sorry, the month previous. Beyond that, you might say, okay, well, they did it, but can you do it? It doesn't matter who they are and what they've accomplished. What matters is it possible for you? And if I don't get over these biases, it doesn't matter if I can show you 1,000 people just like that. And we have like 1,000 people easily that are super duper successful, doing it exactly how they want to do to live the life that they want to live on Amazon. So hopefully when you saw that, at least a small part of you were thinking, well, maybe it is possible for me. Or perhaps I can get a bit of that. We don't have to make $500,000 a month. But would you be happy with 10% of that, $50,000 a month? Or heck, I would even be happy with 1% of that starting out. $5,000 a month sounds pretty good to me. It's probably better than, you know, it definitely was better than what I came from, right? Maybe you say, well, what would it take exactly? And that's the right question to ask. And the process of what it would take is simpler than you think. Here's the process. You're going to select the certain types of products. You're going to source them in a specific way. You're going to list it on Amazon utilizing the knowledge that I have. And then we're going to launch that puppy. And very often, more times than not, that's really all that it takes. You put it in the right place in Amazon, and Amazon puts it in front of the hundreds and millions of customers out there. It makes you eligible for all that free buyers that are looking and wanting to spend money on Amazon every single day, and most of them are buying third-party products. That means products that you and I sell. 47% of all sales that occur on Amazon are third-party people, and most of them are 2 people or less operations. Now, why do I share this with you? It's very important that we're very clear with each other, like, what's in it for me? It's good for my brand, first of all. I have a reputation as a millionaire maker. One of the reasons that I'm in front of you here today was because, you know, I'm impossible to ignore in the circles that Anthony runs in, because people keep saying, oh, that Fladland, he's producing another success story, another one, and another one, and another one, and your success is my success. And this is something that I think is very important for us to understand. One of the reasons I like to work so hands-on with customers and help customers and empower customers and teach customers is because I don't know everything about Amazon. Now, a lot of people say that I know more than anybody else on the planet when it comes to selling on Amazon. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know this. I learn every single day, and I become better every single day selling on Amazon, and a lot of it is because I have this little incubator. I have all these successful people around me also selling that I kind of lead, and then they show me things just as much as I show them things, and I collect these good ideas, and I synthesize them and I put them in front of you. And I know this sounds hokey, but it does give me some spiritual fulfillment. It makes me feel good. Maybe it'll get me into the pearly gates when I'm done, because I have contributed to the world in my unique way. It feels like this is what I'm here to do. Everything that I've understood and built up to this life, it seems to coalesce all into this one opportunity. So this is my why. I want you to pause and reflect for a second on what your why is. What is your why? You know, with a big enough why, anything is possible. I firmly believe that. With a big enough why, anything is possible. You ever heard the saying that says, give me a lever big enough and I'll move the whole world? That's the why. The why is the lever. Chuck's why here when he started with us. His first why was to get rich. He did that. Then his second why was to build a multi-million-dollar empire to pass on to his heirs. We call that a legacy why. You're going to meet Raul here in a little bit. Raul had a very powerful why as well. We'll talk about that. But what is your why? Is it something related to family? Is it something related beyond that? Charity? Legacy? Sometimes the best why is just because you can. That's why. Why not? Because you can. So that's the why, the who. My name is Jason Fladland. I've been a lot of things. I am a father, a proud father of 3 wonderful, crazy kids. There's Max, there's Lainey, and there's Abby there. I was a university dropout. So I lasted a semester and a half at Iowa State in Ames, Iowa. Go Cyclones. And I crawled out of that and crawled into this tiny little 2-bedroom apartment that I lived in with my dad here. in Muscatine, Iowa. It's a little river town on the Mississippi, the Iowa-Illinois border. And you can kind of get an idea of where we were at because you look at the pawn shop on the right-hand side there, and just below us actually went out of business when that picture was taken of a second-hand used clothing store. And this is where we were at, and this is where I actually started my first online endeavor. This is where I became fascinated with making money online. And in November 12, 2007, this is the first money I ever made ever on the internet. I made $4 in PayPal. I still remember this very day. And since then, I tried anything and everything that I could. Most of the stuff that I tried is not anything to mention anymore because it was abysmal failure. Some of the stuff worked good, and a little bit of the stuff worked unbelievably well, but the challenge was I could do it, but I wasn't sure if those around me could do what I was doing. But never mind that. I was a millionaire by 31, and actually a multimillionaire shortly after that. Not like we sold $1 million, like in my bank account, if I wanted to, I could write $1 million check, and it would clear. So when it came to making it online, I tried it all. Nothing beats this process. And here's what I mean by that. This is the most replicatable, duplicatable. Pull me anybody off the street, I'll sit them in a chair, and they can look over the shoulder and follow this step by step and be successful. Select, source, list, launch. 4 words. Now, simple doesn't necessarily mean easy. There are details you need to know about. First detail. A lot of people mistake Amazon.com selling physical products there with the Amazon affiliate program. They say, hey, Jason, I'm from Colorado or North Carolina or somewhere that doesn't allow that. No, this is a different program. This is a program that anyone, anywhere in the world can utilize, do, and sell upon this. And this is one of my favorite ones. Here's a guy working in a conflict zone like Libya on the UN Health Mission. His bank and his company is in India. He's in Libya, and he's selling products on Amazon.com that resides in the U.S. that he sources from China. This is why this is such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful world for us. In the 1980s, 1990s, this kind of stuff was not available to you and I. This stuff was off limits only in the hands of these big, gigantic chains and corporations. By utilizing the Amazon Fulfillment Program, it's called FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. Amazon says basically you give us your product and we take care of the rest. They pick it, they pack it, they ship it, they provide customer service, they help you scale your business so you can reach more customers. Every single person who buys your product on Amazon gets all the perks of an Amazon Prime membership. That includes free 2-day shipping and, in some locations these days, free 2-hour shipping. You are paid directly to your bank account like clockwork every 14 days. This will be the thing that you will fall in love with when you see emails saying, hey, I'm from Amazon, I just deposited $24,000 in your bank account, or $26,000 in your bank account, or $24,000 in your bank account. This is just in the month of March from one of our brands, $75,000 in cash, take home, directed into the bank account. So let's begin with the first step of the process, selecting the right types of products that with the least amount of effort, with the least amount of experience, with the least amount of attention, with the least amount of skill, can generate the most amount of money. Does that sound good to you? Are you ready? If so, say, I'm ready, and let's roll up our sleeves. Now, here's what this is important. Selecting the right product. It's all about demand. With enough demand, this means several sellers can generate $10,000 plus per month, month in and month out, selling what in essence is the exact same product. Now, Marketing 101 will tell you that you want to differentiate your products and you want to have unique, one-of-a-kind type of products, and all that's fine and dandy in the ivory towers. But in the real world where I live, and what I know to be true is it doesn't really matter. When there's hundreds of millions of customers buying things, you just need to be in front of some of them. So we need products that have massive demand, ideally with little competition. And here's what I mean by competition. I don't mean that anybody else is not selling it and you're the only one. What I mean is a competition that's akin to you playing poker and nobody else even knows how these cards work, but they got a lot of money and they want to bid. I'm talking about running a race and your competition. It's not like there isn't other people running the race. It's just that they're crippled 12-year-old kids. and this is who you're racing against. And believe it or not, that is the case when it comes to Amazon. Most people use Amazon as an afterthought. They throw their product up there. That's their whole strategy. They do everything wrong, and we walk into those markets, as we should, every single day. Because let me tell you, you're not doing a customer any favor if you're only allowing them the opportunity to buy from somebody who neglects them and doesn't care about them. And that kind of upsets me. I want you to, because the reward for taking care of that customer is financial independence. And of course, picking products, we have to make the math work. We got to make sure that per unit sold, there's enough profit in it for us to make it worth our while. Here's the bottom line. Do you think it's possible to do little more than just list certain products and start making money from them on Amazon? Now, I will tell you, I have never experienced anywhere else in the world, online or offline, where that was possible, except for Amazon. And this is my proof right here. So what you're looking at is an account. It's not that big of an account, but this is my business partner, Wilson Matos. This is his mother's account. So his mother, she is definitely advanced in her age, has 0 previous business experience. Before this, she was cleaning houses. And she was born in Brazil, learned English as a second language, moved over to the United States after growing up most of her life and spending most of her life in Brazil. And my business partner, Wilson, says, hey, Mom, you should just start selling on Amazon. She has a medical condition as well, so it's very hard for her to continue to clean houses. So she does. And in less than 2 months, she's at $4,000. She is now at over $25,000 per month. And what I love the most is this, promotions. You have no active promotions created in the last 365 days. Literally 0 promotions. Mostly just listing the product and selecting the right type of product the way that we teach. I am now her adopted son because she says, Jason, I've heard you and I've listened to your videos and your training so much that she considers me now part of her family. So this is possible, and we don't exactly just only rely on that, because I'm in the school of thought that I want a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, a plan E, a plan F. And if anybody says, hey, burn the bridges, I say, well, if you would jump out of an airplane, would you have a backup chute? Because I would. But it's nice to know just by listing it, there's a huge chance and a high probability we can be very successful. Now, the best products to sell on Amazon are products that can be easily private labeled. And by private labeled, I don't mean we invent something new. I mean, literally, we create our own label. These could all be the exact same vitamin D3 formulation, with the only difference being a label, but that's all you would need. And now you have your own brand and your own listing that you can sell exclusively on your own listing on Amazon when you launch it. Private label doesn't necessarily mean labeled. It could mean that on the product itself, we put your logo. And now that's private label, and that means you can sell it on your own listing, and you can launch your product, and you have your own brand, and you can start making sales with your brand, your product. And it's wonderful, by the way, when people ask you, what do you do? How do you make all that money? And here's your response to them. You say, I sell products on Amazon. You want to know what their response to that is? What do you sell? Maybe I want one. Private label could just be the box that it comes in, or the package that is wrapped around it. But that's all we need to do, and now you got a product. So we want products that are easy to private label, easy to make your own, so it's your brand, which means your own unique listing on Amazon. You're sole then in control of that product and making that profit. The best products need to have great profit potential. So take a look at this product right here. This is a resistant band set. It retails $29.99, $29.95. I see it bounce back and forth in price. And you say, Jason, how do I know what Amazon takes per cut when I sell the product? And that's, first of all, that's the good thing to know about Amazon FBA. They don't worry too much about what you're doing up front, and they don't really worry about charging you anything on that. They take a cut, like an affiliate, and if you think about it, on every sale that you make. And this is what this looks like. Using this calculator called Amazon Fee Calculator, which they create and make available to all sellers, we plug it in. $29.95 minus the Amazon referral fee, which is almost always 15%, minus order handling, pick and pack, weight handling, monthly storage, everything you would need to know. Boom. There's your cost subtotal. So that's $8.99 that Amazon's going to take based on a $29.95 price point. Most of that is in the referral fee, which is a percent of whatever the product sells for on Amazon. So you say, okay, this product retails for $29.95. Amazon takes $8.99 in fees out of there. All we need to know is the per unit cost, including shipping, and we know exactly how much we're going to make per unit sold on Amazon. Are you with me so far, by the way? I know I'm going really fast, but there's two reasons for that. Reason number one, I get so excited about this because every time I've done this presentation, we have literally created a new millionaire. No joke. And the second reason is I got a lot of ground to cover with you here today. And so I just want you to be paying very close attention, taking very good notes, but I want to make sure that this is all sinking in. Okay, good. Yes, perfect. So we just got to figure this out. So we can do some very quick research to get an idea of this. So going to a site like Alibaba.com, I type in yoga mat. And here's the first one, $6 to $9, 50 cent minimum. So first of all, how much would this cost us to really get started with a private label if we wanted to do it as cheaply as possible, which isn't necessarily recommended? But we'd be looking at $450, pretty much. Let's just call it $500 to get started with your own private label resistant band set, selling it on Amazon. But we know, okay, about $6 to $9, and that includes shipping in this example here, that this would cost us from this one private labeler to do this product. Here's another one. This is if we want to go on the lower end, it's $1 to $1.15. The downside here is it says 2,000 pieces minimum order quantity to get started with, but I will tell you this, more than half the time that number is negotiable. Here's what you would do. You would click Contact Supplier there, and you would say, hey, listen, I'm really interested in your resistance bands with the plastic handles. I would like to place a large order for you, but my board of directors, which is you, but my board of directors says we have to start with a small test order first to prove demand before ordering a large order. So what would it cost, including air express shipping, for just 500 pieces? And very often an approach like that can do wonders, and you're in business. I mean, this is the world we live in these days. Now here's a third one here. This one says 50 cents minimum, and we don't know the answer to that in terms of what their price is. I do know the delivery detail. Are you seeing what I'm seeing there? Delivery detail, 3 to 7 days. So a lot of people think it takes a long time. It doesn't. 3 to 7 days sounds good. We'd contact that person. We'd say, hey, I'm interested in your 10-piece ultimate resistant band set with the door attachment. I see you have a 50 cent minimum order quantity. What would your price be, including air express shipping, to, and then put a zip code in there, your zip code. Or if you don't know it, just put in an LA zip code. It doesn't really matter, right? You just want to know how much it's going to cost to get to the United States, including the unit and including the shipping. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you caught this. Doesn't this look very similar to this? This is what I mean by private label. We found their supplier here. It didn't take very long, and all we have to do is put a card in like they did, or put a logo or design on that bag, and you're in your business. Interesting, huh? But let's just, for the sake of having a very specific number to know how much we can make every time we sell one of these on Amazon. Retail price, $29.95. Amazon takes $8.99. You would have to intentionally screw it up. You would have to seek out and really try your best to overpay, to pay $10 per unit for this product, including shipping and all those sorts of costs. You'd have to make colossal errors to pay that much. You'd be tremendously overpaying. But even so, and I like to give examples that are extremely conservative, that's still $10.96 net profit per sale. Does that make sense? That with this particular product, if we're selling it for 29 bucks, every time that thing sells, we basically make $10. So you say, Jason, I want to make $100 a day. I say, cool. You can sell 10 units a day. 10 units a day on Amazon. That seems like a lot, right? I don't know if it's a lot or not, but there you go. There's $100 a day. There's $36,000 a year net profit in your pocket, in your bank account, for really not a lot of work. A little bit of work up front and a whole lot of passive income. What could you do right now if you had $36,000 extra? How many more vacations would you go on? How much less of a burden would bills and debt be upon you? Maybe you could just do something nice for somebody. You not have to worry about the financial impact it has. You just have to worry about how happy you can make somebody. Wouldn't that be great, right? So that's profit. What about demand? How do we know how much we can expect a product to sell on Amazon day in and day out? I just gave the hypothetical example there, 10 units a day, $100 a day. But how do we really know? First of all, demand is relative. When we're selling products on Amazon, I want to sell products that can do 100 units a day or more. Why? Because I want to build a multi-million dollar Amazon business, because I've already built a multi-million dollar Amazon business, and I want to keep leveling up. So when I think about demand, I think of it in much larger terms than most people do. And in fact, I think it's best to take a small demand when you're first starting, like Raul, for example. And here's why. Because I've heard every excuse in the book when it comes to not wanting to do Amazon. And it is my firm belief and philosophy that people are either good at making money or making excuses, but nobody is good at both. They're mutually exclusive. So I would propose to you, if given the choice between the two, making money and making excuses, let's make some money together. But Raul eliminates any excuse and shows you that that's exactly what that is. Because people say to me, Jason, I'm super busy. I say, Raul's a father of 4. And they say, well, Jason, I got a full-time job. And I say, Raul's the critical care unit nurse. Full-time is minimum 40 hours a week. It's usually more. And they say, Jason, but I got other responsibilities. I say, Raul, he's going back again his bachelor degree. Part-time student, full-time nurse, way beyond full-time father, also active in his local church and his community. And I always say, Raul has less time than any of us here. And he made it work. Because people are either good at making excuses or making money. But this also does prove that it doesn't matter who the person is so much as the process that they follow. Or another saying that I like to say, we can make the circumstance fit the opportunity. If you say to me, Jason, money is tight and time is tight, what should I do? I said, you of all people should do Amazon, because I don't know anywhere else where I can honestly say with 100% conviction that money and time, I don't care how little of each you have, we can make the circumstance fit the opportunity. I interviewed Raul when this happened. Raul was local to me. Raul and his children were just at my kid's 6th birthday party, by the way. Raul's like family to me. And I asked Raul about this, and he said, hey, and then here's the thing. Everything you guys told me was true. This thing starts to wind up. It took me maybe 5 weeks to make my first $1,000. It probably took me another 2 weeks to double that. In fact, I hit my 2K badge probably just slightly less than 2 weeks after I hit my 1K badge. Here I am hoping for the real $1,500, which to me was a big deal. I set a goal. I said from here to my birthday, which was about 2 months afterwards, I've got to average 3 sales a day. 3 sales a day. That's it. That's my goal. Because according to my margins, if I average 3 sales a day, I make $1,500. So my goal was to do that by my birthday. When my birthday came, I actually hit $7,000 in sales. And by the way, Raul's margins are 51%. So he has $3,500 in net profit. Now here's the secret. Here's Raul's why. Raul's why was this. His wife had lost faith in him. He felt like he had let her down because he had tried every various money-making scheme known to man, both online and offline, and he had nothing to show for it. And he made a deal with her. He said, this is the last thing I will do. If this doesn't work, honey, then I'm done forever with trying to be an entrepreneur. I'm done with ever for trying to do things to create this wealth for our family. So him and his wife sit down and they set a goal. They said, let's just make $500 a month. And Raul, in his mind, he tells me later, he says, I actually want to go $1,500, but I didn't tell my wife that. I said $500. So I love this because this happens so often. It's scary. People come in with a small goal of 3 a day, 4 a day, 5 a day, and they all underestimate. You underestimated. I even underestimated how gargantuan, how much of a beast that Amazon really truly is. Because he comes in with 3, boom, he comes in with this goal, and he quadruples it just like that. 7 units a day is this many sales per year, a little over 2,500. Even if not even 10 net profit, let's say $8 per unit net profit. That's $20,440 per year net profit in your pocket. What could you do? How would your life be different if we put an extra $20,000 in your bank account? Now keep in mind, that's just one product. Amazon doesn't have a policy that says you can only sell one product. Amazon says, bring them on, baby. We'll take as many as we can get. And so most people come in this, and I tell most people, start with products that can just make a few sales a day, because you will be surprised at how much they rolled it up, just as Raul was. Because a month after that and a month after that, $24,000 a month. Now he's closer to $60,000 a month last I checked. Demand is relative. But here's the good news. However much you want in terms of demand, whatever your financial goal is, how much you'd like to make per month starting out and in a year from now, we can measure it. And we can know pretty much down to the decimal what the demand looks like. Here's the thing you need to know about Amazon. It's divided into these things called top-level categories. These are the top-level categories I recommend that you consider playing in right here. Now, there are other ones that work good, but these 16 right here, I've made millionaires in each and every one of these categories. So I know them pretty well, and we know them very for certain. So when you're starting, start in one of these 16 categories right here. Now, in each and every one of these categories, Amazon publishes its bestseller for each and every product. They utilize this thing called bestseller rank. And in the help desk files here, it literally says the Amazon bestsellers calculation is based on Amazon.com sales and is updated hourly to reflect recent and historical sales of every item sold on Amazon. They will rank from best-selling to worst-selling product and update it every single hour, and they publish that information for anybody to see. So remember this thing? When I took this screenshot, if you scroll down that page a little bit, you're going to see under product details, Amazon bestseller rank, number 18 in sports and outdoors. Here's what that means. That means at this time, this product is selling about 600 units a day. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less, depending on the time of the year. 600 units a day, not 600. If that's true for the 18th best-selling product in sports and outdoors, how deep can you go with bestseller rank and still have a product that's going to make you significant money month in and month out in your Amazon business? So here's what I love about this. Most other things you have to kind of guess and squint and try to extrapolate and try to really figure out very hard and wonder if how much profit really is there. Or you have to trust somebody who says, no, trust me, it's this much. Just take my word for it, right? Well, you don't have to take my word for it or anybody else's word for it. Amazon publishes this information and updates it every single hour to show you exactly how each and every product is selling on Amazon, including your product, by the way. But this is great because most people never look at this. Most people don't know how to interpret this or what to do with this. Do you suppose we have perfected an exact formula to know products that have the perfect amount of demand and little to no competition, where there's a decent amount of people selling a lot day in and day out on Amazon, but it's like taking candy from a baby when we go in there. Because we say, wow, these are the people selling there and they're selling that much? Easy peasy. I want you to consider this. Zen Team says here, $15,000 mark, just started with us, 50% profit margin, first program I have ever joined. That's how powerful this is. You can do this with zero previous experience online or offline. Sean and Kelly, just the sweetest couple you'll ever meet. $50K in the first 30 days. Jason Flatlin is really Superman in our eyes. One product only at this time, 45% profit margin. So people come in, and I recommend, I say start small, do things that are just a few sales a day, and be pleasantly surprised when Amazon goes berserk. Seth is a great example. Day number 2 of selling on Amazon. He started in December 18th. December 19th, he comes home from work, had a bad day at work, comes home, has 2 sales. Doesn't even know how to account from them because that's kind of how Amazon works. You just put it on there and you do start making sales. Day 27, so 25 days later, he says, life-changing milestone. Officially made more profit today than my paycheck for the entire work week because he's still working and he's making more money passively from Amazon. This is my favorite. Fast forward a month and a half. I've been trying to be an entrepreneur since I was 8 years old. Today I wanted to post a picture, not to brag, but to say never give up. Hashtag never give up. I just realized that. What a synchronicity right there, right? His first $1,000 day and not his last, because now Seth is pulling in numbers that would make $1,000 a day laughable to him these days because it spins up and it goes crazy. Would you agree with me that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of products that are available for many, many different sellers to pull in incredible numbers on Amazon? In every top-level category, there's easily 5,000 products that are pulling crazy numbers month in and month out. That means at any given time, there's 90,000 opportunities, and it grows every single day. And here's the cool thing. You can profit from this without even doing things close to perfect. Most systems that are built to help you make money online and help you succeed means you have to do everything right down to the nitty-gritty last detail. And that scares me. I want to do almost everything wrong and make money. Does that sound like a good idea to you? Would you like the system that does almost everything wrong, and as long as you're kind of half-cocked on each step and slightly kind of on course on each step, boom, you make some money. And can it be done relatively quickly? Hopefully you've seen it can be done relatively quickly. I've shown you Sean and Kelly. I've showed you Zen Team. And I showed you Seth. And I'll show you others as we go along here. It can and it will be done relatively quickly, even with products with high bestseller rank. See, this is the thing that I mean when I say people teach me, my customers teach me just as much as I teach them. Because here's where Raul really enlightened me and turned it on for me. Raul says, this is very important to me, he says, I want to tell you what really helped me. So this is where it is right here. I tell you what really helped me is when you shared the results, the ongoing results of your first product. One of the things that I learned quickly is according to Will, so Wilson Matos, my business partner, says according to Will, that product ranged anywhere from 2,000 to 10,000 bestseller rank. While your product ranged there, you were still making anywhere from 5 to 34 sales a day, depending on where you were. Isn't that wonderful? Now, this was back in 2013. A product with a 10,000 bestseller rank in 2013 sells a lot less than a product with a bestseller rank of in 2016 at 10,000. Why? Because there's a lot more customers buying a lot more products on Amazon. Amazon's customer base has almost doubled since when we started selling in 2013. But I forgot about this, and Raul enlightened me. Because I'm like, wow, you're right. That really changes things. But because we documented the very first product we ever sold on Amazon, step by step, warts and all, exactly how we did it on Amazon for our people to follow along step by step over our shoulder with us. And ever since then, we've been hands-on with our customers all the way from 2013 to even now, this present day. I said, wow, that's incredible. And that's just for starters. Now, there are other tricks. There are other fancy methods that we have for product selection. And I'll show you where at the end you can go if you want to join us to get that plane ticket, as Anthony was talking about earlier, where you can even do things once you get your bearings about you and once you kind of really sink in and have it all in front of you. And there are tools and methodologies that we employ and that we have for our customers that are not available to most other Amazon sellers to give us an even better competitive advantage. But the point is the point. If you find, and there are lots of these products, you've done most of the good work by just picking that product and getting it going. The rest is just downhill coasting. The process thus far, we select the product. Are you excited to go out there and start looking and finding products to sell on Amazon? And don't you think that there's lots of different products that you easily can sell? Of course there is. Once you know a product looks good, now it's time to find somebody that you can source that product from. Then we'll list it, then we'll launch it. Let's talk about sourcing. Here's what you want to look for when it comes to sourcing products to sell. We want to start small. Listen, I've made millions of dollars on Amazon. I don't go out there and spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 when I launch a new product on Amazon. When we start on Amazon, we typically start with 500 or less units. So we want a small minimum order quantity, and I want you to have a small minimum order quantity to test and to make the profit and then invest out of profit from here until eternity, right? We want good lead time. I don't know about you. I hate to wait. I don't want to wait. I love Anthony, and it's always valuable, but even his 15-minute introductions, I get antsy. I don't know about you, right? I don't want to wait. We want to get it going as fast as humanly possible or as fast as makes sense. We don't need the best price. We just need a decent price. Let you and I be straight with each other. When you're first starting, you're not going to get the best price because you're not ordering a lot of units and you're just establishing your relationship with your sourcer. We don't need to get the best price to win. We just need to get an okay price, and we just need to get good enough quality. We're not going to have the best quality. We can't sell Rolexes for Casio watch prices. We're going to have a quality that's just as good, maybe a little bit better as everybody else, but we're going to make it easier for the customer who wants to buy our product to find it on Amazon. And that alone, that ease to the customer, that's why you get rewarded. That's why Amazon loves you. That's why the customer loves you. And that's why you've earned every penny when you get rich on Amazon. Now, where can you source from? These are just some of the many places our customers have sourced from. I really don't care where we have to source it. If we had to source it from the moon, and that made sense, and that was the only place we could get it, I would source from the moon. So very often we source products based on where they're at locationally. So there are certain materials that are only available in certain countries, and that's where you'd want to source those products from. When it comes to most products, they come from China. You don't have to source from China if you have some feelings against China politically one way or another, or personally. It doesn't matter, right? You don't have to source from anywhere other than the place that is going to give you that product at a decent price with a decent quality that you can get up and running and selling on Amazon. Now, there's a lot of myths that people think about or have or don't know about when they first hear about sourcing and private labeling a product to sell on Amazon. The first myth is they think it costs a lot to get started. And in reality is we can make the circumstance fit the opportunity. Most of my customers get started for less than $1,000, and the reality is, and I'll show you later, you can get started with $0 if you wish to. The circumstance can fit the opportunity. There's a myth that says you can only get good prices if you source from China. It's not what you pay, it's what you profit. I don't care what you're paying, it's how much are you making per unit sold. We don't care about percentages even, although most of our percentages are about 50%. So we usually say, hey, this product retails at this price, we make half of that. Half of that goes in our pocket. We sell a $20 product, $10 usually goes in the pocket, right? But it doesn't really matter where you get it from, does it make sense per unit sold? A lot of people believe that if you want to get up and moving fast, you have to source from the United States, but you can air express stuff from China to Amazon in as little as a week. If you want to go even faster, you can use a consolidation company or an importing company who already has goods imported from China in a warehouse that can private label for you right there on the spot. We can make circumstance fit the opportunity. This is a big one. A lot of people think you need a warehouse. You don't even need to touch your product if you don't want to. Here's how this works with Amazon FBA. Your supplier, wherever you get your product sourced from, they're going to send the product from their factory, from their door to Amazon's door. The only thing that you'll have to touch is, if you wish to, product samples. That's it. And I feel a little embarrassed admitting this, but I saw products on Amazon where I was too impatient to even see the sample. We just listed it on Amazon and started selling it. And we've sold a lot of those products without me ever even seeing them, sight unseen. Now, maybe that was a little bit reckless, and maybe that's because I'm too impatient, because it would only take a couple more days to get my hands on the sample and see it, but it just goes to show you, you literally could sell products that you never touch, never see, never smell, never feel, but yet get paid for. When it comes to sourcing in this day and age, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing in the world. We Google search, we Alibaba search, or we use a procurement service. If we're Google searching, we're doing things like blank private label, such as Swim Goggle private label, or blank supplier, such as CoQ10 supplier, or blank wholesale, such as Puppy Pads wholesale. If you use Google searches, prepare to go deep, several pages deep, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, and so on in the search results. Because here's the deal, suppliers, sourcers, manufacturers, those are all the same thing, by the way. They are horrible at marketing because their goal is not to sell to the end customer. Their goal is to sell to you, because their specialty is in making these products, not in selling these products. So they are atrocious, and they will never want to compete with you, by the way, because they think we're fools for having to deal with the end customer. They just want to be in a factory somewhere mass-producing products. And Amazon's the same way. Amazon says, screw making the products. We don't want to make that many products. We want you to make the products, and we'll build the logistics and the fulfillment, and then we'll attract the customers. So you don't have to worry about that either. You are the product in this section. You need to find the product. You will get it from the sourcers. If you do Google searches, which are free, there you go. Or you can go to Alibaba.com. So if you think it's a product that's most likely to be a good product to source from China, you go to Alibaba.com, and this is where I found the yoga mats, and this is where you can find lots of products, and you can do some very quick research. Even if you don't want to get it from Alibaba at the end of the day and you want to go elsewhere, you can get a good ballpark on what you're looking at in terms of how much you can make per unit sold. I recommend when you're first starting to consider using a procurement service. We literally have built our own procurement service. This is who we hire and employ. It's a company that I have, boots on the ground in Hong Kong, that can go over to China into the factories direct. work with the factory men right there on the spot and help and source our products. Not only do we have them for ourselves, but we actually have our clients who use this service. We call it the China Concierge Service. And all they do now, because we've done this now with thousands of products, is name, email, what product you want to source, any specifications, any mailing address for sample shipments, and a couple other fields, and you push submit, and our team actually goes out there and looks and finds products for you. When it comes to private labeling, the hardest part you're going to have to deal with is the design of your brand and your logo and your packaging. And I'm going to assume that you're probably not a graphic designer. So what are you going to do for branding and design? Branding and design, some suppliers will do this for you for free. If you got no other option, you can go for that, but usually you get what you pay for here. On Fiverr, you can do it. I've seen people do and get great designs for $5. I recommend that you pay a little bit more and hire multiple people and kind of have them work against each other, so that way if 1 and 3 only work, you got a good design. But it's a little bit more. If you want to absolutely get the best personal touch, focus just on you, use a site called Upwork.com. And you can get your whole branding and design. Here's what I love about this. This is a sunk cost. Do you know what a sunk cost is? This means it's something you pay for once, but can enjoy the benefit of for life. So this is what's really great. So you might want to add another penny or two into your overall cost if you're calculating net profit, if you want to account for this kind of stuff. The easiest way to get started is to use 99 Designs. So 99 Designs will allow you to crowdsource your design. You will say, listen, we'll give the winner $400 or $300 or $500, and then you'll have 10, 20, 30 people submit designs for you, and then you pick the one you like the best. If you like more than one, you could pick more than one, award them as finalists, and then have them make even more tweaks to your design so you get exactly what you want, and then you award the one winner. This is the easiest way to get started. Here's what I like, though. Imperfect action can lead to lots of profit. Bruce has said it best. He started in October 9th, hit 2K. By October 25th, he's at 5K, and today, 10K. So less than a month. He says, I took imperfect action, won over the fear of doing something wrong, and did this in under 30 days. That is incredible. And that's the important thing here. You don't have to have the perfect design starting out. You can update design later if you want to. You don't have to have the perfect branding when you start. You can update that later. You don't have to have the perfect product. You don't have to have the best price. Just got to put something up there and make some money. All right? Does that sound good to you? Put something up there and make some money? Let's do it. We select the product. Now we source the product. Now it's time to list the product, and then we'll launch it. You can make lots and lots of money on Amazon simply listing the product correctly, because most people have no idea what they're doing when they're listing products on Amazon. When we list products on Amazon, we have two considerations. We have humans and we have robots. So the humans are the customers, the people that are actually going to buy your products. And for them, we have to position our listing in certain ways that can account for the highest possible conversion. And there's a whole science behind this. This is actually my bread and butter. I've documented specific examples after consulting with over 1,000 Amazon listings to optimize this. And this is why you can see stuff such as 20% and 40% conversion on brand new products that are listed and launched on Amazon. The other thing you have to optimize an Amazon listing for is the robots, or what we call the Amazon algorithm. Because for every single search done on Amazon, every single thing that gives a result for it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 16 usually results on page 1. Sometimes there's 24 depending on the search you do. And Amazon has to determine every single position who takes what. And how does Amazon do that? Well, it starts with keywords. So Amazon basically says, we're going to analyze your page and determine should you list on page 1 or should you show up here when a customer searches for this specific term. There are 3 major places where keywords can make a significant difference. And to a lot of people, they have no idea this exists. I would say over 95% of Amazon sellers have no clue on where and what and how to put keywords in their Amazon listings. And this is why we just come in and start making sales. The product title, the search terms, and the product description. These are the 3 areas that you want to focus on putting in keywords. And I always tell my clients this: type words, make money. Type words, make money. Type a word, make some money. Type a word, make some money. And not type a word and make some money once. Type a word and make some money day in and day out from the additional exposure that gets you on Amazon. Let's start with the product title. So here is a product title for a Bluetooth speaker. And this is a title that I wrote, 27 unique keywords. We did a study one day and we found the average Amazon listing has less than 5 keywords in the title. And we're not talking the average listing just of any old seller. We're talking some of the best sellers on Amazon. And most categories have 5 or less good, powerful keywords in their title, which is a travesty because the title is the most powerful place to put your keywords in Amazon. So 27 unique keywords. You get 200 character limit. Let's make them count. The second area is search terms. Everybody, it seems, screws this up. Very few people get this right. So this is what the search terms looks like. And this is basically how you set up a listing in Amazon. This is what I love this. There's no hosting. There's no domains. There's no autoresponders. We don't have to configure any of that stuff day one. We just fill out this form. We push a button, and our product can go live on Amazon. So the search terms, a lot of people put in, because look at the example Amazon itself gives, electric. First of all, it's a horrible example. Second of all, what would you do? Would you put that in one of those input fields and then move on to the second one? So most people maybe put in 10, 15, 20 characters worth of keywords in each one of those fields. But you can, and I do recommend you put up to 1,000 characters in each of these search terms fields. Now, up until about the end of last year, you could only put 50 characters in each of these search fields. 50. Quite an increase, isn't it, to go from 50 to 1,000? How many sellers do you think who had 50 went back and updated their listing to put more than 50 in? And I will tell you, sadly, very few. I'll tell you this, very few of my people did this. Because when I get on calls with them and I look at their listing, I'm still seeing 50 characters or less. And my people are on the cutting edge. But when somebody kind of locks it in, they lock it in. So I'm telling you, it's wide open right now with these search terms. Lastly, key product features. I believe that I single-handedly was the force that got Amazon to update their own policies. Because Amazon literally used to say in their search or their help desk that bullet points, or key product features is the other thing that they call them, have no effect on keywords and on your results in your search rank. And that, until the end of last year, was published in their help desk and on their documentations, and now it's gone. But everybody believed it, and everybody still believes it, and it's just entirely not true. There absolutely is unequivocally keyword benefit by putting them in your bullet points. So here's the thing that I always show with my clients, is here is a search for a recipe. And why is it that a non-stick pan shows up on page 1 for this recipe? It's because in their 4th bullet point, they put that word in there, and it's not anywhere else. And they were also showing up for keywords like chicken pot pie, even though the only place that they put them in was the bullet points. I know this stuff because we pioneered this stuff. And there's a lot of clever keywords and types of keywords that you can put in your listings that do very, very well. It is recommended, unless you have some sort of software or some sort of insider advantage, you probably should spend 10, 15 hours doing keyword research, because it is that critical to your success on Amazon. Because it is really legitimately just like that. You put in the right keywords, you will make sales and you will make money doing nothing else but listing your product. Let's talk now. Let me give you some of these conversion tricks. If you look at enough Amazon listings, you will inevitably stumble across these phrases, and these are my customers that are selling on Amazon. You'll know it's them because they're using these phrases word for word, because we have scientifically proven these help increase conversion on Amazon. The order bump. When you order, consider purchasing 2 bottles for uninterrupted use. Or customers ask if it's okay to buy more than 1 at a time, and that's perfectly fine. Or consider getting 2, 1 for you and 1 for your very best friend. A lot of us come from selling digital products and information products where nobody's going to buy more than 1 ebook, right? But in the physical product world, people buy all the time. And if we can increase our average order size from 1 unit per customer to 1.1 units per customer, what does that mean? That means a lot. That means every 10th customer is buying one. If you make $10 net profit per unit sold, that means every $1 million you sell on Amazon, you will make an additional 100,000. That's an additional 6 figures just by getting 1 in every 10 customer to buy more than one. By the way, if you get 1 out of every 10 customer to buy more than one, that also dramatically helps you with ranking even higher all across Amazon for a wide variety of searches. Order bump number 2. Every Amazon listing has the special offers and product promotions on their listing. Most people do nothing with it. And so the only person that advertises on their listing is Amazon themselves. But it could look like this. So my business partner, my other business partner over in Amazon, his name's Ben Cummings. He's so comes to this kind of stuff. He's always figuring out these tactics like this one. I love working with Ben Cummings, and so we call this one the coupon stack. 2 reasons you do this. Reason number 1, by putting 6 or 7 or 8 different coupons in here, it's impossible for the customer to miss it. They cannot ignore it. It will grab them. They'll skip over everybody else because the section is so small, but not you. Here's a second reason. If you ask enough people to buy 6 units or 7 or 8 or 10 units, I guarantee you somebody will. If it's 1 in 100 customers, who cares? That's free money, right? Do you like free money? I like free money. This is what it could look like. Order bump number 3. Probably the most underutilized area on an Amazon listing is the customer questions and answers section. And most sellers make no attempt to do anything with this at all. And this is the wonderful thing, is anybody with an Amazon account who's bought at least one thing in their life on Amazon can post a customer question or answer. I heard there was a coupon to get a discount if you buy more than one. How do I do that? This is a question that you could put theoretically. I'm not saying we do this. Of course we do this, right? This is how you can optimize your customer question and answer section. Vote that thing up there. It's the first thing people see. And this is just yet another of the many, many tricks that we have figured out and worked upon while selling on Amazon. And I share them with you because I know once you get your Amazon product listed, you put something like this in there, not only will it really tremendously impact the amount of sales you're going to make, but it's also going to make everything else easier that you do on Amazon. Here's the bottom line. With the right approach to keywords and some other tricks, and of course, to be fair to the customers that have already invested with me, I save the best for them. I will tell you, though, it's easy to have Amazon send you tons of free buyers to your listing just by a little bit of listing optimization. As Mark Lowe says here, just trust the process. Just wanted to say thanks to Jason and Ben. So myself and Ben Cummings, we're having a banner holiday season, $73,000. Eric Pate, working in an office 10 hours a day. Everybody says, Jason, I don't have enough time to do Amazon. I'm like, what about Raul? What about Eric? What about Seth? What about Mario? They're all full-timers just like you. And they're making it work. Question, are you getting excited about this opportunity? We haven't even covered the best part yet. So far in the process, we talked about selecting, sourcing, and listing. Now it's time to launch. This is where you can make 6 figures a month right out of the gate. This is how my customers who you've seen went from nothing to, $50,000 a month or $100,000 a month. They got this step right. To understand this, you have to understand that Amazon has 2 types of buyers. The first type is those who are actively searching for products that they wish to buy. So Jane wakes up one morning and says, I want a Bluetooth speaker. She goes to Amazon. She types in Bluetooth speaker. The second type of Amazon buyers is those who are likely to buy if they're sent to the right types of products. So Amazon has a little data or a lot of data on each and every one of us. A little data or a lot of data. You know it. It's a lot of data, right? Amazon, could they, with a high degree of success, knowing all the data that they have, guess and almost predict what we want to buy even before we know we want to buy it? I don't know if it's quite there yet, but it's pretty close. So launching helps us do this. Because you got to understand, while there's a big portion of Amazon traffic that comes from doing searches on Amazon, there's an even bigger portion that comes from what we refer to non-search traffic. People that Amazon sends directly to your listing because they feel your product is the best product for a customer that is most likely to want it and say yes to it. That is exciting to me. That is called passive traffic, not active traffic. That is literally Amazon saying, out of all the products I consider this person, based on their history and all this data we have, we're going to send them to you. The launch process is where we tap into this. This is how we turn this on. Do you want to turn this on? This is a game changer. If you can show Amazon that people who search for certain things buy from you, then Amazon will send you gobs and gobs and gobs of additional non-search buyers, and this is where the real money is made. Here's the good news. It's not one way. There's several different proven ways to get ranked very fast on Amazon, exposed very quickly on Amazon, and make money doing it. You ready for the first way? Here's the first way. Doing nothing. No, it's anticlimactic, isn't it? Doing nothing. I had a theory I wanted to test because I wanted to prove this to my customers. What would happen if I opened a brand new account, literally did nothing, just picked some product, didn't even do anything beyond optimizing the listing, and just put it on Amazon? And within 19 days, the thing had already generated $200. And that thing just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single month, simply because we put in a few keywords. And this was actually not even as good of a result as I've seen when we've done this before. But doing nothing is a very valid strategy if you optimize the listing correctly. Just listing optimization alone can do well, independent of anything else. Stefano says, first organic sale, second day I went live, no reviews, no feedback. Now I have 9 reviews, 17 seller feedback, and it's making $10,000 a month. Number 2, deep discounts. Here's where it gets very interesting. I always would talk to my clients about this when we first really pioneered this methodology of Amazon, deep discounting. I would say to them, if you could cut a check to Amazon to show up on page 1 for your best search terms, how big of check would you write? In other words, would you write a check for $10,000 if that meant by next week you had made $30,000 in sales because of your exposure? We'd call that an advertising cost, would we? See, here's the trick on Amazon, and I talked about this last week. Amazon cares more about how people search and find and buy your product and how many of them in a certain period of time do that than the actual price that they pay for the product. So it is possible to give 99% discounts and have people go and search and find and buy your product. And it's true, you're giving these deep discounts and you're losing money on each and every product that you're selling initially. And you might do that for just, a couple days or a week, and then next week you could turn it on and see thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, because now you're getting real sales from real people at full price because of all the exposure that you're getting in Amazon as a result of that. So David is a great example of this. David starts with us. He picks an unbelievably competitive product. I mean, really screwed it up. I swear to God, he didn't even follow half the advice I gave, because he picks a super duper ultra competitive product, but hey, guess what? It even works there. And here's his secret weapon. He's got a church group. That's a secret weapon, a church group. And he tells everybody in this local church, he says, here's my new product on Amazon. I want you to go and search and find it and buy it on Amazon. And just a handful of people in the church group was good enough for him to build 6 figures in less than 6 months selling on Amazon. And Helen here says this. This is what I love. This group and training has been the best, most open and informing training I've ever been a part of. Well, thank you so much, Helen. This is our launch, 30 days. She gave away 100 units at deep discounts, and then that resulted in passive income of £6,000, which is pretty nice, right? Give away 100 units to sell $482. Give away 100 units to sell 482 units. Would you do that? Would you give away 100 units if it meant selling 482 units at full price? We all would. Lee is the freaking awesomest example of this. Again, she doesn't do it right. She does these deep discounts in exchange for product reviews, screws it up, doesn't follow the process right, has the reviews taken down as a result of that because she didn't disclose that, and it's not a big deal, right? But who cares? Because the result is the result, $43,000 in monthly sales. And that actually, it didn't just stick it, it stuck it and then grew like crazy, because now she does a lot more than that per month. Jeremy, I love this. Just launched on Friday, mostly giveaways. So what he means by that is huge, deep discounts, right? But it's a good start. He's working the Ben Cummings formula. So Ben, again, as I say, as a tactician, him and I, we've really got this down to a science, and we work very well together. So $1,000 to start with, February 3rd. By February 10th, this is 7 days later, he's up to $5,000. By the 14th, 4 days later, he's up to $10,000 per month. A day after that, he's up to $17,000 per month. Month and a half later, he's at $25,000 per month. All from a couple deep discounts to get the product jump-started. Oh, wait, I forgot. 6 days later, he's up to $50,000 a month. Because this thing is a machine that just keeps going once you start it. That's why we're very open to giving away a couple promotional discounted products in exchange for a lot of free exposure with full price sales on Amazon. Now there's a way to do it that we've exactly got down to a science for the people that invest with us. So don't just go out there and haphazardly give things away, but it's very powerful that you can give product away and turn that into a 6 or 7 figure business. Isn't that cool? You give away some product and you turn it into a 6 or 7 figure business. I think that is. Now, let's be clear, you don't have to give product away. It's just one of many ways that we play with Amazon and get results of lots and lots of sales. So Chris here says, and he gives a shout out to Ben, $26,000 in real sales in 2 months, no previous Amazon experience, full price sales, meaning no promotion, no discounts, nothing else. A third way is Amazon's own sponsored ad system. The only way you can use a sponsored ad system is having product on Amazon. There's no other way to utilize it. So Tejas starts with us August 20th. He gets started with Amazon pay-per-click. It's a humble start, 5 sales. However, 9 days later, he's up to 2,000 sales. It's a little bit better. A week after that, he's up to $5,000 in sales. But guess what happened? This jump starts to listing by September 16th, all just because he started running a few Amazon sponsored ads. He's up to $35,000 in sales in 27 days. It's called an Amazon jump start. A fourth way of doing it, and there's many ways of doing it. Here's a fourth way. It's called session matching. Amazon spends more money on pay-per-click than anybody on the planet. So Amazon spends $38 million on pay-per-click based on the last numbers. The second person spends $11 million. So Amazon outspends everybody. So they love it when we help them out. So if we're driving traffic from Facebook or from Google and Amazon does it, they love us, and all things being equal, they'd rather send customers to us than somebody who isn't driving external traffic. And so this is a big part of Mario's success. No coupons, no freebies, just purely Facebook and Amazon ads, 5 weeks, full-time job, 0 to 6 figures a month. Multiplication. You want to speed up your success and grow your profit even further? Consider combining multiple things together, such as what Nolan did here. He ordered 300 units initially. How much do you think it would cost you to get started with 300 units? A couple $100. He did some Amazon ads, did the Facebook $1 funnel. That's one of the ways that we do our deep discounts. Did another secret little thing here I'm not going to share with you. But boom, he went from that, starts coming off, 4,000. Guess what happens? 6-figure months. 6-figure months. This is the Amazon Jumpstart effect. Here's what's very important. Ranking is just the first step. We jumpstart Amazon, and then Amazon goes wild. Frequently bought together, customers who viewed, more items to consider, related to items you viewed, inspired by your browsing history, inspired by your shopping trends, new for you, recommendation for you, plus it's your brand. You can sell it anywhere you want, anytime you want, and you can even sell your whole brand, as my friend Sean here, who works with us, did. $2 million in cash. Wouldn't life be a lot different for you if you built something, got paid to build it on Amazon, didn't even leave Amazon, because this is a brand that was what Sean calls an FBA brand. It's what I call an FBA brand. Literally, the only sales that were made of this product were on Amazon. Would you like to turn around and sell it for $2 million? I'm seeing this happen more and more every single day. Here's a question for you. Isn't it time that you cash in on what can only be described as the single greatest opportunity in the digital age to create your own fortune? Are you ready to cash in with me? Are you ready to cash in with me? See, here is the cool thing. With Amazon, anyone anywhere in the world can sell their own private label physical products. Amazon picks, Amazon packs, Amazon ships, Amazon fulfills all the orders for you so you can enjoy the profit without ever having to touch an inventory or mess around with product or have a warehouse or any of that stuff. The customers you sell to that have Amazon Prime, they get free 2-day shipping when they buy your products, and like clockwork, you get paid day in and day out, or sorry, every 14 days, every 2 weeks, directly to your bank account for each Amazon account that you have. With Amazon, there are thousands and thousands of products you can sell with little to no effort and make big bank. Sourcing these products is easy, and you can get these products up and profitable in record times, and the profit margins are great. Even Pablo, who's doing over $500,000 a month, has profit margins around 40%. When you start, they're usually at 45 to 50 or even 55% or more. Best of all, you've only seen a small fraction of the people that we've worked with who've achieved amazing success just starting on Amazon with zero previous experiences. People like Scott and Kim Marie and Stefano and Deepak and Jay and Sean and May and Gil and John and Sam and Michael and Srivatsan and Gabe and Nick and Sarah and Mercedes, and Michael and Matthew and Adrian and Randy up to $50,000 a month, and Jose at $50,000 a month, and Michael at $50,000 a month, and Don at $50,000 a month, and Sridhar at $25,000 a month, and Steve at $50,000, and Dean at $80,000, and Arthur at $30,000. Plus Nolan, Philip at $150,000 a month, James at over $100,000 a month, Michaela at $106,000 per month, Ishan, young kid, 23, 24 years old, $100,000 per month, Regina $150,000 per month, and let's not forget the superstars who, with a combination of luck, timing, and skill, have already broken through the next level, like Leah here, $200,000 a month, Nate over $500,000, just started less than a year ago, George $200,000 a month, Mario's now up to $250,000 a month, Pawan's over $200,000 a month, Pablo's over $500,000 a month, and on and on and on. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn, because you are as smart as these customers, you are as capable as these customers, and frankly, you deserve it. However, there are concerns. Let's talk about these concerns in the brief time that we have left here on this training today. Concern number one, why would I share this with you? A lot of people say, Jason, if this is so good, why don't you keep it to yourself? And that's a fair question. But hopefully you understand by now that your success is my success. And when we do take on new clients, which is not that often, we want to make sure that we can give them our full attention, so that way I can partake in your success and I can learn from my customers like they learn from me. This is how we win, 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 win. You win, I win, Amazon wins, Amazon's customers win. Concern number two. How much does it cost? What's it going to take? And I'll tell you, it ain't cheap. Because anything worth having, anything that's this powerful and this certain, isn't going to come without a significant investment. Here's the reality. If I had a crystal ball that showed you your future 6 months from now, and you were $50,000 richer than you are today, and the only way to get there was to invest with me right here, right now, you would invest $10,000 to do that. Wouldn't you? Would you put $10,000 in with me right now if it meant guaranteed for certain $50,000 6 months from today? Of course you would, because that's an investment, right? Here's the reality. It ain't about the money, because I can literally guarantee you profits, legally guarantee you profits when you say yes to what I have available for you for a limited time when you invest with us here today. So if it ain't about the money, what is it then? Concern number three. It can be boiled down to a single word: belief. Belief. You don't believe me. You say, Jason, it sounds too good to be true. Or you think the testimonials are somehow fake, doctored, misinterpreted, spun, or otherwise manipulated, even though they come directly from our community, and they're all verifiable on your own search on Facebook. So is it belief in me or something more? Maybe belief is this: belief in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. They did it, but that's not you. Can you do it? Here's the deal. I believe you can, and I have enough belief for the both of us. And I'm willing to put my own money on the line to prove it. Because my mama always said, when she raised me, she said, if it's worth doing, Jason, it's worth doing all the way. And when you start with us, I'm asking you to go with me. I'm going to go all the way with you. Now, obviously, I make some money off your investment today, but not as much as you think, because we've invested so much back in the resources into our community to always have this amazing competitive advantage that we share together as we just totally dominate Amazon. The reality is, the more money I make you, the more likely we can forge partnerships and business ventures together. And equally as important, as I said before, I do get a spiritual fulfillment helping people truly, finally, for the first time ever in their lives, experience freedom. Freedom. I'm going to ask you to do something that I did in March of 2013 that forever changed my life and purpose. When we started selling on Amazon, nobody knew what they were doing back then. But that's okay. By May, we were up to $1,000 a month. By June, we had doubled that to about $3,000. At August, it started looking really good at $9,000 in 2013. Doing this part-time, just starting, trying to figure this out. And now, these are what months look for us. This is one of my accounts. This is another account during that same time. It is not uncommon for us to hit $500,000 or more per month selling on Amazon. Disclaimer, I can only take a small amount of credit for this success. We have this wonderful community that we call the OPP Masters, and that's where all my customers and I congregate, and we share in our successes and our insights, and we help each other because a rising tide lifts all boats. And these are real people posting real stuff, just like Pablo, all dedicated to the success. And here's the wonderful thing. They're all playing off the rule book, my processes, my resources that make us the most successful Amazon sellers on the planet. See, I'm fortunate. Time and again, I've seen people go from zero to millionaire to major success on Amazon. Having this unique asset, having this community where this transformation has happened repeatedly again and again, I decided it was my duty to use it to leave my mark on this world. So earlier this year, I went in there and I saved the last 1,049 pages of communication and sharing and insight in our private community where my customers go to really truly learn how to do Amazon to get obscenely rich. And my focus going through these 1,049 pages was to document every question, every concern, every clarification from start to finish of the process, to cement in every breakthrough, every advance, every innovation, to lock in every topic, every subject, every element, every insight, every wisdom, every piece of knowledge, everything that it comes from start to finish with this process. I took my findings and I organized them. And from them, I made an outline with the purpose to create a definitive Amazon training to pass this test. Pulling a stranger off the street, English as a second language, no previous technical or business experience or online experience, and making them a short success in 45 days or less. Then I made a list because I knew I couldn't pull this off on my own. A training like this, a resource like this, for a community like this, with all the assets needed to truly succeed and to guarantee profits, I said, if yes were the only option, who wouldn't I be afraid to ask to help me with this? And here was the pitch I said to them. I said, you're going to work harder than you ever have in your life. You will not make nearly as much money doing this, but if we can pull this off together, we will make history. Are you in? And he said, yes, I am. This gentleman is named Ezra Firestone. He's created and sold several $1 million worth of physical products and businesses in a variety of different categories. His most popular band today does $75,000 in sales, day in and day out. And most importantly, he's the best teacher I've ever met that goes to teaching this stuff step by step. And the beautiful thing is, by having Ezra focus on specifically teaching things exactly how I've documented them, I am freed up to do all the most powerful stuff for you, which we'll talk about here in a second. Together, Ezra and I created this product called Operation Physical Products, or what we refer to as OPP for short. Inside that members area, everything you need to know that we captured has been synthesized and locked in video format, slide format, standard operating procedure format for you can do this exactly step by step and enjoy every benefit of something on Amazon. To get in and get your hands on Operation Physical Products, let's get the investment out of the way first. To get in, your investment is 4 installments of $999.95 spaced 30 days apart, or you could take care of it all at once for $34.99.95. And I get it. That's a lot of money. You might have to move mountains, and Anthony told me when I told him the price on this, he goes, Jason, we've never sold something this high before. And I said, I know. And I believe it, because what we have here is different than anything that anybody's ever seen before. And it's not what you pay, it's what you invest and what can you get out of it. And here's the beautiful thing. Whatever you have to do to come up with this money, I'm going to tell you, heart and soul, you must do it. Because once you take a step in with me, I'll take 10 steps in with you. Because once you do this, I can legally guarantee your profit, which I'll show you here very quickly. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to sign up for Operation Physical Products now, and when you do, you're also going to get the single greatest advantage available to Amazon sellers when you sign up through this special page. So here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to go to mybestbonus.com/Anthony, And here is how, when you sign up, we're going to make your success rate 100% certain, legally guaranteeing your profits. It starts with our special exclusive bonuses, which you can only get when you sign up through the link on your screen. And then because of those bonuses, I am going to do something tremendously big for you today, something you probably have never seen before when it comes to investing in a course at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. The first bonus that we're going to give you is the fastest path to profits. People come up to me and say, Jason, I need to be making money before the end of the month or before the end of the next month. I said, okay, I've got the formula. I've taken OPP and I've synthesized it down and said, here's your quick start. If you absolutely need to shoot it out of a cannon and do things like this, where you launch a brand new product and have so many top rankings on Amazon in less than a month on a complete new account, we got you covered. Bonus number 2. Out of the 1,000+ consultations that I've done with Amazon sellers, I have reverse engineered successes, and I've discovered 11 specific ways to take brand new products and put them all over Amazon for free or for little effort that can make tremendous amount of sales, just like Sean and Kelly did. I have documented it for you. Specifically, you will be able to follow it step by step and take advantage of my knowledge there at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. In addition to the fastest path to profits, reverse engineering your rank, bonus number 3. I have secured with you 3 incredible recorded training sessions with Ben Cummings, who is my business partner in my Amazon business, and he's the first person ever that I worked with that put us the #1 bestseller in all of beauty on Amazon. This guy is a genius. And here's a taste of what you're going to discover. Ben has a very specific product picking method that is probably the best product picking method that I've ever discovered. This is going to be available to you when you sign up at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. He's also going to show you, we didn't talk about reviews today. He's going to show you how to get real quality, Amazon approved, 5-star reviews in 2 weeks, which can help you with amazing conversion rates on Amazon. And this is my favorite thing. This is going to be the perfect thing for you, how to launch a new Amazon product and make it a bestseller. Ben shares his exact stair-step launch sequence. Finally, the Amazon Sales Multiplier, the exact email Ben uses to make your new Amazon product go viral. All of these are available to you once you sign up at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. Here's what I love. Tanya says this. The first session with Ben, he talks about setting a goal. She sits it. She writes it down. She says, August 31st, 2015, $10,000. She missed it. She only hit it in September. But then she made up for it because by December she was doing 6 figures a month. Leah says it right here. P.S. We love Ben Cummings' training over here and just follow his basic strategies outlined in the 6-hour webinar series. That is what she is referring to. The 6 hours that you're going to get access to, that is what Leah and her husband David do. When they follow this process, they utilize Ben's training, 6 figures per month. Ben has something ultra special for you. It's the brand new top secret launch weapon. It's what we now use for every single product we launch on Amazon. It's this little extra special template that just is so unfair. But this is available to you on mybestbonus.com/Anthony. In addition to the training with Ben Cummings, reverse engineering your rank, the fastest path to profits, bonus number 4, the Super Seller Suite. I think this is essential if you're going to be selling on Amazon. So here's what I did. If you were to buy this, it's $497. I bought it for you. I literally pay a distribution fee for every single person who uses this software, but the benefit to you is you get it for life and never have to pay a penny for it. So you get access to this whole suite of tools, including the Azon Product Prospector, the Azon Oracle, the Azon Spyglass. You get the Azon Alert. You get the Rank Checker. You get the Keyword Optimizer. All this and more. It's an 11 different software that's available to you in the suite. I've bought it for you. I pay out of my pocket on your behalf because here's my feeling. It's not what you invest, it's what you get in terms of value for what you invest. And this is a great example of this. If I ask you to invest, I invest in you. I actually pay Ben Cummings for each customer that he trains it for, so you can get this for free. This is why when we make a decision to create this program for you, we said we could either do it cheaply or we could give you everything you need and only work with the people who are ready and willing and eager to invest to get everything that they need so we can guarantee their success. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Bonus number 5, the China Concierge Program. If you've never sourced products in China before, no sweat. Our personal service will help you find and communicate with supplier, negotiate price on your behalf, help you place orders, and more. Here's the deal. We charge for this service because I have payroll, and it's my company. It's the people I use that work for me that go to China direct to the factory. You get the first 8 weeks access to the China Concierge for free. You can easily get your first product done and more with the China Concierge at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. You just fill out this form. You can see the form in its entirety here. It's not much there. You click Submit Sourcing Request, and our team starts going out there and finding your product for you. This type of service is normally $1,000 or more if you were to do this on your own. In fact, when you realize, forget Operation Physical Products, the training, these bonuses alone, if you were to buy them independently, would easily run you tens of thousands of dollars, and some of these things aren't even available at any price. Bonus number 6. Keyword research and keyword optimization is so critically important. I don't want you to do it by yourself. I want you to use the single greatest automation tool for Amazon sellers. The guy who created this is a guy named James Harbaugh. He came through Amazon. He's a customer of mine. He's part of our Operation Physical Products community, and that allowed me to negotiate a deal with him. I said, James, let me buy the credits for people. So that way for their first product, they literally just have to push a couple buttons, and it will return for them a report with all their best keywords. I've bought these credits for you, and these will analyze over 1 billion data points on Amazon, and flat out, so you don't have to spend 5, 10, 15, 20 hours of keyword research and still probably screw it up. You push a couple buttons, and you get it right. Keyword Inspector credits, China Concierge Service, the Super Seller Suite, the training with Ben Cummings, reverse engineering your rank, the fastest path to profits. Bonus number 7, Managed by Stats. I didn't tell you Philip's story. I'm going to tell it to you really quickly. Philip joined and started selling with us on Amazon at the end of 2013. And Philip had to borrow money from his daughter's college fund to make a go at this. And he did it. Just like if money's tight for you, I'm telling you, you're going to have to step up and do it just like Philip did, because Philip turned that into $1 million plus Amazon business. I just had dinner with Philip and his wife Pam 2 months back or a month back in Las Vegas, and they sat there and they told me a story that almost made me cry because they were so thankful, because they said, hey, we finally were able to buy our house, because they were underneath the ground in their old house. It foreclosed on them, their previous house. They bought their brand new house free and clear. And I said, that's awesome. And they said, Jason, you're part of that. And I said, thank you, and I appreciate that, right? The other cool thing about Philip, though, is he built his own system, because Amazon doesn't give you a lot of good data or stats. They just don't. So Philip built a third-party tool that is able to do this for you. And what's really great is Philip is trained under the Jason Fladlin School of Selling on Amazon. So he built this tool so incredibly intelligent. So we can now find all this different stuff about our customers, phone numbers, number of orders placed, emails, names, and more, all kinds of valuable stuff. And then Philip shows you how to take that and gives you an even additional edge. I got an exclusive for you. Philip, the finishing touches on this new thing called Seller Mail. So you can literally set up an autoresponder email sequence inside of Amazon system itself. You can trigger, schedule, and send out follow-up emails to your Amazon customers, include email attachment, see delivery stats, and more. Even has templates. And so Philip has taken our trainings on how to do email follow-ups for Amazon sellers, and he's turned them into templates. So you can trigger out emails that go when the product is shipped automatically, or when the product is purchased, or when the product is out for delivery, or when the product is delivered. These templates are already there. You point and you click, you push a couple buttons, and you have automation following up on customers who buy your products for you on Amazon, which means more products sold, more customers, better reviews, more word of mouth. To use Managed by Stats and Seller Mail would cost you $762 per year. I've given you enough access that will easily handle your first product for you for life, for free, as a bonus. Because remember what I said? I'm going to give you everything you need, and then we're going to figure out what your investment is going to be and give you the best investment for everything that you need. And you can start with as little as $999.95 with us when you start today. This is kind of the automation that my business partner, Wilson Matos, his wife here, built $1 million Amazon business. She started 2 hours a week. Full-time mom, 2 kids. We didn't give her any additional advantage. Well, I take that back. We did. We gave her the same advantages that you get. We gave her the training, plus we gave her all these bonuses and the support of the community. Bonus number 8, this is another client bonus. So James Watson came in, he joined with us, and then he figured out this little tweak. This is when I really started understanding how important session matching was on Amazon, because he took something as old school as Google AdWords, and he created a little system, and then I asked him if I could document it and share it with the community, and he said, of course, because he likes to give back to the community that's given him so much. So you're going to discover this little system as well. mybestbonus.com/Anthony, 0 to 100K with AdWords, managed by stats and seller mail, keyword inspector credits, China concierge service, the super seller suite, training with Ben Cummings, the reverse engineering your rank, the fastest path to profits. Bonus number 9. Earlier this year, we spent $300,000 on creating the single greatest Amazon event in the history. Full camera crew, 3-camera, multi-angles, bringing in the best of the best sellers in the world. And we did 3 whole days of training on some of the most cutting-edge, latest, greatest stuff on Amazon. That is recorded professionally, edited, and available to you when you sign up with us. That, in addition to the 0 to 100K with AdWords and Amazon, managed by stats, seller mail, keyword inspector credits, China concierge service, the super seller suite, the single greatest 6-hour training you'll ever get on exactly how to launch your product and make it a success on Amazon, reverse engineering your rank, the fastest path to profits. Bonus number 10, the bestseller matrix. This ugly little piece of software is something that we use to scrape over 30 million Amazon listings every single month. And what we do is we index them into a database, and then you can search this database. You could say, I want products in this category between this bestseller and that bestseller rank. And that's just one of the many ways that you can do this. With this little push button software that you just have to log into to access with, you can dial in and discover the perfect products to sell on Amazon. This is everything you're going to get, including the full training on how to do Amazon from start to finish, plus all these bonuses: the fastest path to profits, reverse engineering your rank, training with Ben Cummings, the super seller suite, the China concierge service, the keyword inspector credits, the managed by stat and seller mail, 0 to 100K with AdWords and Amazon, the Amazon Vegas live sessions, the bestseller matrix. I have saved the best for last. We started working on this little thing in 2014 called the Viral app. The first time we used it on our own product, this is what happened. We intentionally took a product and sabotaged its sales. So we had a bestseller rank of over 100,000. We turned on the Viral app, and 6 days later, we were the top 1,000 bestsellers in beauty. And we said, that worked good for us, so we opened it up to our community. We said, hey, it's in beta right now. We're just testing this idea. How is it going to work for you? And Don Carter says, I got one of those Amazon #1 bestseller badges. And Jennifer Lee says, my bestseller rank is now under 1,000 for the first time ever. And Toomey hits a bestseller badge as well. Greg is making sales every 2 minutes. James gets a bestseller badge. Greg goes from just complete obscurity to page 1 in 48 hours. Steven sells 120 units, and on and on and on. That was the Viral app. We just made it better. We just finished, and it was $100,000 in programming cost. We rebuilt the whole thing to be self-served. Here's what this means. This means you can log into the Viral app console, say, this is my product. You configure it yourself, you push a button, and then it's dropped into our Viral app. And our Viral app is a community of Amazon customers who we have trained to automatically go out and search and find and buy your products in specific ways that just stimulate viralness and rank and presence, amongst many other really powerful things for you on Amazon, most of which I can't even talk about here. So here's the result. We will get people to do all the actions required to boost your presence massively on Amazon. You cannot pay for the Viral app. We do not sell the Viral app. The Viral app is a secret weapon that we like to keep behind closed doors just for the benefit of those who get in to our community at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. You get free full access. You can put as many products as you want forever in the Viral app once you join us. Just added. Remember earlier when I said you could even do this if you never bought product in your life, you never bought inventory ever? This is the Amazo Local method. This means you help other people that already have Amazon listings, and you contact them in a specific way, and you utilize our resources to help them with their existing Amazon business, and you take 25% of the profits. So this is created by one of our customers, Dan Hollings, who joined with us very early on. He's done over $1 million on Amazon, and he's never even bought inventory. So we commissioned from him a specific step-by-step training on exactly how to do this. This is just yet another way that we have discovered and exactly pinpointed scientifically how to make a killing with Amazon. Now, because of all these unfair advantages, I can do something that I bet you have never seen before, done in the way that I'm about to do this. When you say yes to us today, I can legally guarantee your profits. Thus, knowing for certain that your investment is going to turn into a profit to you in short order. We call this the guarantee of success. See, I don't let a lot of people in very often to Operation Physical Products and access to our bonuses because we want to be able to control who we can take in and how we can help them and make sure we're dedicated to their success. But when I do, I want to make sure everybody that comes in is going to be a success. Because see, here's the way I look at it. The worst thing I can imagine is this. You see this opportunity and not saying yes to it immediately because I know this is going to be life-changing for you. But the second worst thing is this. I want you to imagine a scenario where you get started with us, you order your inventory, you put your time in, and it doesn't immediately pay off. Now, I didn't say you failed. I just said you didn't meet with immediate success. And while it's true that Operation Physical Products comes with a no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee for any reason or no reason at all, that's not good enough. Because, see, in addition to your investment in OPP, you're going to have inventory costs, and there's no guarantee that the product that you pick will sell. Or is there? Here's the deal. If your inventory doesn't sell quickly, we will buy it from you. Even better, we will buy it from you at a 200% markup, up to a grand total of $10,000. So if you put $5,000 into your business, we will buy your business from you for $10,000, thus guaranteeing you profits. And I'm in the business of buying up Amazon businesses all day long. Because listen, I can make them work. And if you go through the process and set it up and do what you're supposed to do, which is get a product live and selling on Amazon, and you want to walk away, I will buy your business from you. Now, there are rules, obviously. I have to protect myself here, so I have to make sure that we're covered on our end. I have to be pragmatic about this. So here's what you need to do to qualify for this extra special legal guarantee of profits. You have to implement what you discover in the first 5 modules, which is something you would be doing anyway. And it's really nice because at the end of each module, we've outlined specific action steps that anybody's going to take no matter what. We just want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. The second thing you need to do is participate in our private Facebook group. This is a resource that I make available to help you, and you should be utilizing it. And of course, you are going to utilize it. So we just need you to communicate, and if you need any help or you need to ask questions or clarification, that's what this is here for. So you participate in the Facebook group, you follow each of the first 5 modules, and if you don't immediately make profit, you can claim your guarantee of success. Here's how you would claim this guarantee of success. You would send Wilson Matos, my operations guy, my business partner, a Facebook message requesting the guarantee. We will then schedule a quick web meeting to review your costs, and then we will purchase and buy your inventory from you and your account for OPP, since you'll be beyond the normal 30-day no questions asked guarantee. Thus, no matter what, here's the likely scenario. You're going to go out there and you're going to make profits and be just fine. Now here's the reality. If you cross the street, could you get hit by a bus? You could. It's highly unlikely you will, and that doesn't stop you from crossing the street. But 99% success is not good enough for Jason Fladman. I want 100% success. So I'm accounting for each and every single possibility to where I can still figure out how I can make you successful. Now, why would I make this guarantee? 3 reasons. Reason number 1, I know the math. I know the odds. I know that if we get all these extra people to sign up, if 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or even 5 of them, I have to buy businesses in. I can. It's a good deal. The second reason that I make this deal is because I want to remove any doubt in your mind that you can't make a go at this. Because at the end of the day, if I can guarantee profit, if you just do a little bit of work, You have to ask yourself, if you don't say yes to this, am I in this game to make money, or is this just a hobby to me? And I'm being straight with you here, because this is your life we're talking about. This isn't a game, right? This is some serious stuff with serious consequences. And do you know the statistic? 97% of people retire financial failures. And I don't want you to be one of those 97. And you don't want to be one of those 97 either. So I say to myself, if we're going to do this, how can I do this in a way where you can only enjoy the upside, not the downside? And here's the third reason. Very often, even for the people that we've had to buy businesses for, because I've had to do this before, they still went on and became successful. They just didn't do it immediately right away. So I want to put you in that right state of mind. I want to do everything I can to empower you and be successful. Here's the deal, and I always say this. I say, if I'm asking you to invest, I'm going to invest in you. And any guru who goes out there and says you should buy my stuff but doesn't invest in you and only wants you to invest in them, you got to question that. This is why I like working with Anthony, because he invests with you every single week, and now I'm investing with you. It's time for you to treat yourself for what you're really worth and make that investment in yourself. When you sign up with us at mybestbonus.com/Anthony, you're going to get access to 3 special places. The first place is the OPP members area that has all the videos, all the training, and all the 10 modules covering any and everything you need to know about selling on Amazon from start to finish. You're also automatically going to get an email to get access to the OPP Masters members area, where every single bonus that I talked about here today, and by the way, all of our library of resources, many which I didn't even mention, like we just published a new training on Amazon sponsored ads, and before that 2 weeks ago we just published a training on the 2016 listing optimization guide that I just did. You're going to get access to the members area where all that stuff is housed as well, and you're going to get access to the OPP Masters members area. I get it. This might be the biggest investment that you've ever made in your life, but have you ever seen anything that is so totally dialed in with all of these resources that gives you everything that you need? Have you seen anything that oozes with all the success story of all the different people from a wide variety of different backgrounds? And those were only a small fraction of all those that I could have showed you. And then backing that with a guarantee. Have you ever seen a guarantee where I say I will legally guarantee your profits before? If you don't make it, I'll buy your business at retail price. This is a one-of-a-kind thing. And a lot of people let opportunity pass them by. Don't be one of them. Be the exception. Be the person that believes in themselves like I believe in you. Go ahead and sign up at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. If you ever need anything from us, here's the cool thing. When you invest in us, you don't just invest in a course. You invest in my company. And we are always a click away. Every single page that you go to of ours has a link to our support. Or at rapidcrush.com if you want to email us directly, or if you want to go to us on the web, it's support.rapidcrush.com. I have never seen anybody who's published statistics on their support desk that are better than ours in this whole industry. Our average response time is anywhere between 57 minutes to 62 minutes, and that's 24/7, 365. That is an average response time across all hours a day, whether it's Friday at 3 p.m. or Sunday at 3 a.m. During business hours, expect responses in minutes. And very often, we handle more tickets than most people in the industry, and we have a success factor of 95 to 99%, meaning when people are asked, were you happy with the answer or not? 95 to 99 times out of 100, the answer is an immediate yes. Now, here's a question that we have often had a lot is, okay, Jason, I understand I'm ready and willing to make this investment with you to get all your resources, but what are some of the investments beyond or in addition to just Amazon? So here's what it takes to do it right on Amazon.com. Let's break it down to be very clear. Your investment in OPP is $999.95 for installments, the first today, and then the next 3 spaced 30 days apart. Some people prefer to take care of it all at once. That's $34.99.95. It does not matter to me which one you do. It really doesn't. Either way is fine with me. Do the one that you think is best to you. Your initial inventory order. The highest I've ever seen anybody start with that followed our training was $2,000. And that was a one-of-a-kind, amazing, fantastic product. And the reality is I need to update this slide because I put $1,500 on average. That is high. I just want you to be above in the conservation. Most of our clients get started for less than $1,000. And if you have to get started with $0, that is 100% possible as well. And we will show you how to do that, where you literally go to somebody else and say, hey, I see your Amazon product is not doing so well. If I were to help you, what would that be worth to you? And we have a whole training, and you can utilize our resources to make that happen. We can make the circumstance fit the opportunity. Logo, design, branding, you could do that for free if you wanted to. You could have your supplier take care of that, or you could do it on your own. You could go as crazy as you wanted to with 99 designs. The most you would spend in that case is $600. Most of our customers spend about $300 on average. See, every businesses have cost above and beyond just the training and the opportunity. Now, the most valuable thing is the training and the opportunity. And if you think about it, that inventory, that is a profit center for you. Inventory is what you sell at 2, 3, 4, 5 times what you pay for it, and that is converted into money. OPP is something that will pay for itself for the life of it, because we've been doing this since 2013, and we've had customers with us since March of 2013, and they're still enjoying benefits and new bonuses and new resources and updates and insights in 2016. When you become a customer with us at OPP, you become a customer for life, because this is what we do. We don't have any other ways to get started with us at Amazon. This is the only way, because I'm a firm believer is I'm going to give you everything you need to be successful. I'm not going to drip it along. I'm not going to break it up. This is my only thing that I have with Amazon, because we like to, as much as we like to do this and teach this, we like to focus on Amazon ourselves more than anything. So this is what we have. Now, by the way, just added, because we're always adding stuff. I mentioned we just did a new training on the Amazon sponsored ads. That's in there as well. We just added this. It's not even on the page yet. It's so fresh. See, Amazon publishes the top 10,000 reviewers, and this tool, Review Crusher, allows you to search by keyword what these reviewers leave review on. So there's millions of reviews that it searches through. So if I typed in Bluetooth speaker, I could see somebody like this guy. This guy's average review is 5 stars. Would this be somebody we'd want to review our product? Yeah. This guy, here's his email. We would just click on it. He's already given good reviews for Bluetooth and stuff like Bluetooth, so that's good. We can literally click on My Email Templates, grab an email template, and you can send out, I believe, 500 review requests through Review Crusher. You get a full year access of Review Crusher. This is normally a $79 a month continuity software, but because the person who created this is a guy named Marcus, he's a customer of mine. All these guys that create Amazon tools, all these guys that develop these Amazon stuff, they have a single source from which they started, which is me. And as a result of that source, I'm able to ask them to contribute and to give back to my community. This is retail price tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, in bonuses. Plus, more important than the retail price, these are the best bonuses that are built specifically around selling on Amazon the way that we do it and the way that we recommend you do it, because it is the best way and the best training you could get, Operation Physical Products, where we literally built everything around the training based on customer after customer that we worked with one-to-one to go from 0 to 7 figures or more. We've even got guys going 8 figures these days on Amazon. All this and more. There's so much more. If I were to tell you, we'd take this long webinar and we'd make it even longer. I mean, Anthony's got to go to sleep sometime soon. So you'll just see the additional things that are available.
Jason, there's no doubt. Anthony's got an early morning flight tomorrow to kind of commemorate his no longer being on the market, I guess. Alexa would argue that I've been off the market for 6 years. I told her I'm single until I'm married. And,
yeah, and that's a good point too, Anthony, because we don't put this on the market for very long, as you discussed earlier. So you're going to notice that when we go to mybestbonus.com/Anthony, it expires at the end of the month. So 11:59 p.m. Pacific, I believe, on the 31st. Of course, you'll see it when you go to that page. And we're very firm about that. Because I believe, and I'm assuming you believe in this as well, Anthony, is that like you make a commitment, you put a deadline, and then you follow that. And I think that's helpful to all of us in business.
And that's what I did. Actually, Jason, I released a program that I'd like to take 2 seconds and tell everybody how they connect real fast. But I released fan page domination over the last month or so, and I've like you, I do my own support. I mean, I've spent a lot of time helping people. And by the way, everybody, we're going to announce the cash prize winners. What I'm going to do is I'm going to announce one winner here and there, then I'll let Jason do some Q&A. That way we don't prolong this forever. We're definitely going to be closed out with giving away our cash prizes and making sure that you guys know where to get your free software from me by, I would say, the next 15 to 20 minutes. So if you are listening to my voice, which I know that a lot of you do, and then you don't go to the URLs, you can go to the URL now, mybestbonus.com/Anthony. You can get enrolled. But one of the things, Jason, that I wanted to mention is that, you know, there are a lot of people that got into fan page domination, which I only released for a little while, and then I close it down, and I don't actively promote it or sell it or anything like that. And one of the cool things that I was noticing anyway, and I actually had one of our students tell me this the other day, and that was, you know, you had mentioned, I think it's like 1 in every 3 households use Amazon, and you gave a lot of statistics, and I don't pretend to be an Amazon guru, so I'm not even going to pretend to tell you I know all of them. But basically, a lot of people use Amazon, and a lot of people use that one click. They've got their credit card on file. They just can buy stuff. Well, with almost every method that we use, like, for instance, fan page domination, I teach my students how to build massively big fan pages, generate a lot of traffic, and then send that traffic to thank you pages, and then obviously be able to send that the people that join their email list emails. And I was just sitting here thinking, man, there's a lot of money that could be made using Amazon products in that process, putting links to special discounts on Amazon products on your thank you page, sending emails out with special discounts or, you know, special offers from Amazon products. So all of the stuff that you're doing really ties in with becoming an income stream for my fan page domination students, which is great. But then there's also, we have a lot of people that are doing Shopify, and I think you know that I talked to you about that already. That my brother is really big on Shopify, and he's been teaching me how to do it and all these things. It's great. And so a lot of people were asking, I noticed in the chat, some people were asking, how does this work with Shopify? And you and I talked about that.
It works so wonderful.
and that's the thing, is you and I actually talked about how this would work with Shopify and how it's kind of, a lot of people are told that it's basically that it's black or white. Either you are a Shopify seller or you are an Amazon seller. And then I go to people and I say things like this, and I think you had a different analogy, but I would say something like this. You know, on Shopify, you're selling physical products. So you're still selling a physical product. Now on Shopify, especially the way Adrian teaches it, you build your store, you go promote it on what is the world's largest social media network. You're plastering it all over Facebook. You're bringing in, okay, so you're bringing in an awful lot of traffic and buyers, right? So that's phenomenal, right? This is one way. Now your way is you're taking a product and you're dropping it into the middle of the largest e-commerce platform on the planet, which is Amazon. So basically the buyers are already there. You don't have to go get them like you do with Shopify. They're already there. But you do need to know what will sell. Right? So you obviously talk about this and talk about how to find things that will sell, keywords, all that stuff. Well, I think anyway, the opportunity is that it's not a black and white opportunity when it comes to Shopify and Amazon. I think that there's this gray area, right, where they overlap, wherein we can take our Shopify products and actually sell them on Amazon. Now, I know it's getting really late, but maybe you could speak just a couple of seconds. Not everybody here is a Shopify, store owner, anything like that, so I don't want to spend forever on it. But maybe you could take just a couple of minutes and explain why having a Shopify store actually gives you an advantage when you're listing your products on Amazon.
Yeah, so we actually teach every single Amazon seller to also set up a Shopify site. And there's 2 reasons for that. The first reason is any product you sell on Shopify can be fulfilled on Amazon. So we literally can fulfill products off Shopify that are also the same products that we sell on Amazon. So configure with a third-party fulfillment service on Shopify, just connect Amazon. It takes all of 5 seconds, I'm not joking, to connect your Seller Central account to your Shopify store. But here's the second reason. Once a customer finds you on Amazon, it doesn't mean you have to keep them on Amazon. And so very often what we do, and now these tools, all these tools like Seller Mill and everything, Managed by Stats, all that stuff that we have there, Anthony, we get them on Amazon, and now Amazon becomes a lead generation source for us. And we're getting paid to generate leads. We're not paying for the leads like you would normally with advertising. We are getting paid for the leads, and most customers prefer, after they find you on Amazon, if they like you, they want to deal with you directly. And the Shopify allows that. It's a circle. So this is the analogy I said to Anthony the other day. I said, where is the beginning and the end of a circle? There isn't one. And Shopify and Amazon are a circle. If you start with Shopify, you would be foolish to stay there when Amazon is so easy to extend to. And if you start on Amazon, you would be foolish to stay there when you can just easily extend to Shopify, because it's a physical product. And I'll take it a step further. We have customers selling in Walmart.com. We have customers selling in Wayfair. We have customers selling in Zulily. Any third-party marketplace we can sell at above and beyond just Amazon. We just like to start at Amazon because it's the world's biggest.
Yeah, and I've always taught my students, and they all know this, that you should take the path of least resistance, especially in business. Business is already challenging. I'm not going to say that it's difficult and that it's hard. I hate to admit when anything's difficult for me, but it's already challenging, right? There are challenges that we all face in business every day, and why not take the path of least resistance, right? So that just makes total sense to me, and Amazon is the path of least resistance because, like you said, all the people are already there, and all you're doing is then manipulating where your products show up on Amazon using some of the methods that you guys teach, and then you're able to parlay that into, like you said, taking those customers off of Amazon and selling them your products on your Shopify store, where you're keeping all the money, you're getting all the customer data, you're building your Shopify store, you're actually building two parallel businesses. I think I saw somewhere where you actually had somebody that had sold their Amazon business for a couple $1 million or so. Well, Adrian is working right now on selling one of his Shopify stores. Now, if Adrian had been using this approach, whereby he took his products from Shopify and listed them on Amazon and vice versa, then Adrian would actually at this moment have two businesses, not just one. So now they would be worth even more money, right? So I think it's, I think that personally to me seems like, oh, okay, this would be great. This would be a pretty phenomenal way to generate extra money from either business that you're in, and then also to increase the value of your actual business when you want to go sell it. So, exit strategies, we all look for those. And some people are sitting there thinking, oh, God, Anthony, exit strategies, that's so far down the road. Well, just think about this.
It's really not,
though. It's less than a year.
Yeah, most of our guys that sell Amazon businesses, which a lot of them are doing these days, Anthony, because it's like they're really good at launching and building that Amazon business up to a decent number. But then they're like, we don't want to hire employees and we don't have to do all this other stuff. So they flip the business and then they start over again. And I'll tell you what, this is how you know Amazon is hot. People are paying way more for an Amazon business than they should. So like in Sean's case, somebody paid him $2 million, literally only sells on Amazon. Business Buying 101 would say you want diversification and you don't want single point of failure and all that kind of stuff. Right now, most people think the only way to do Amazon is to go out there and spend 50, 100, 200, $1 million or more to acquire a business. And I'm not saying that what I'm asking you to invest is nothing, because it's a significant amount of money. Let's not kid each other. But it's what is it worth in terms of the value that it provides to you. And that's when it's nothing compared to what's available for you and what we have for the limited time at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. And by the way, Anthony, when you talked about Facebook domination with me the other week, my eyes lit up. I was so excited because one of the special weapons that we have, the secret weapon that Ben shares with people, it's literally a Facebook funnel designed to do what you just said. And the funny thing is because we don't have to be as good at Facebook as you guys are, and you and your brother are just two of the best, right? We are amateurs at Facebook, but we built a system specifically for Amazon deep discounts to rank very quickly, and it's worked really well. Your system flat out works better than ours. So when you take the best of both worlds, when you take what you guys know about Facebook and combine it with what we have at Amazon as the resources, this is why I was so excited to do this and come and do the free training and then come back here again. Because I said, I'm like, God could not have asked me, said, hey, if you could show people that you could help, Jason, who would you go? I wouldn't have been able to pick a better group. Everybody here is, Anthony is such a fantastic leader. He's similar to me, that we're straight shooters, that we're very clear, that we say what we're going to do and we're going to go and do it. And he's prepared you perfectly on utilizing Amazon without even realizing it, because he showed you everything that he showed you with mobile, everything that he showed you with Facebook, and everything that he stands for and how to run a business and the integrity online. That just sets you up perfectly. And most of the customers that I work with, they do not come from that background. And you've seen how successful they are. Now think about that. We get most of our customers who come in because they say, Jason, listen, I'm going to take advantage of that guarantee because I want to make money. If you put a month and a half of solid effort in and all you got out of it was me paying you $5,000 above and beyond your course and every other expense that you had, so reimbursing you for all that and paying $5,000, that's a good deal to basically get paid to go out there and better yourself, right? So I don't care if that's the only motivation you have going in, because the joke's on you. I'm tricking you to get in there, knowing that, yes, this is a safety net for you that you can use, but more than likely, because I know the odds here, you're going to get in. This is going to be simpler and more powerful and more profitable than you can even imagine, or how I've even represented it here today, which I know sounds hard to believe, but that's just the way that it is.
I agree, man. I agree. Well, here's what we're going to do, because we've got a lot of people that are getting in right now. I can see a lot. I actually can hear it dinging. But what I want to do, Jason, I want to go ahead and just give away a couple of our cash prizes right now, and then we'll do some Q&A. That way we can kind of break up the cash prizes, because, man, when I give away $1,000, it does take a while. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, everybody. First of all, we are going to wrap this webinar up in 11 minutes. So in 11 minutes, 3 things are going to happen. Thing number 1, you are going to get in on this program if, in fact, you want to get in. The URL is right there on the screen. You can't miss it, mybestbonus.com/Anthony. You have 11 minutes. Thing number 2, I am going to speed race through giving away $1,000. So if you're here and you've been with us all night, no reason to leave. We're getting ready to give away $1,000. We're going to do it 10 times. So 10 $100 cash prizes like clockwork. And thing number 3 is I'm also going to put on the screen the URL to get your free software from me. Now, the software was worth about, I think I told you, I spent $10,000, 2 pieces of software, $5,000 a piece. I'm giving them to you for free. When you get this software, it will actually be able to help you generate the traffic and the sales with your Amazon store. I make software that works for anything and everything that we're doing. Everything I do is tied together, right? I don't just arbitrarily bring people on here to sell you products that, in fact, Jason was not even supposed to be here tonight. I was supposed to be going over my profit cycle breakdown, which took me literally hours to come up with in terms of just the best way to teach it. And it's a 3-week process, a 3-week workshop, which will start next week from my bachelor party, and then we'll continue on for the next 3 weeks. So absolutely nothing for sale. It's completely free training that I'm bringing to you because I want you to learn. But tonight, you have an opportunity to get in on this. Sharon, you don't put this link into Google. You actually put it into your browser bar, okay? So put it up there where you type google.com. That's where you type this URL. So here's what I want you guys to do, all right? We're going to let Jason answer a couple questions, but right now I want you to leave me comments. Here we go. Facebook fan page. You guys will see this little photo right here. All right, on this Facebook fan page, what I want you to do is I want you to put right here in the chat box, hashtag never give up. You have to put that word into this right there. Okay, so you put that into the comment box right here on the fan page. Okay, so this is for a $100 cash prize on our fan page right here, hashtag never give up. So you're going to want to do that right now. Of course, we are going to be wrapping up now in 9 minutes. So in 9 minutes, we're going to close this down. I'm also going to be giving away all this cash. So I see lots of never give ups coming in. All right, that's one place that you can do hashtag never give up. The second place, which is where I'm going to be giving away more money, is over here in our Facebook group, okay? So our Facebook group, I'm going to show you the Success Connection group right now. If you are not a member of the group, what's wrong with you? It's free. All you've got to do, I'll put it in the chat box, and you'll see the URL in just a second here, okay? And this is all because we want you to be able to stay connected with each other, and we want you to be able to stay connected with me. So there's the group link. You'll see it in the chat box. There is a post that I made right here. It says, who's loving Jason's training so far tonight? All I want you to do is type no. It's because I keep clicking because so many of you are leaving comments. All I want you to do is type hashtag never give up, okay? And then I want you to put Jason rocks, just like this. If you think Jason rocks. If you think Jason sucks, that's okay too. His feelings won't get hurt, I don't think. All right? So we want you to leave your comments here in the group. If you're not a member of the group, just click the big button up here that says join, and I'll go in and I'll approve you. So you can see right now we've got a lot of people that are trying to join the group. So what I'll do is I'll just approve you all. All right? So keep leaving your comments, all right? You don't have to leave 750 comments. Just leave one or two, and then get in on Jason's program, because tonight is not going to be marathon night like we typically have, whereby I sit here all night long and hope and pray that I'm going to be able to wake up the next morning. I can't do that. I'm going to, looks like, Nicole, you are a member of too many groups. You can all see this live, right? Jason, can you see this?
That is awesome. I never seen that.
It's too connected. Nicole, I cannot approve you because you are far too connected already. That's crazy. I've never seen that happen. All right, we'll get Pamela in. We'll get, let's see, Kay will get in. All right, so I'm going to approve everybody that Facebook will allow me to approve. All right, so you guys get in. Leave your comments, all right, inside of the box. And I'm going to pop back over here really fast. All right, so these are your links right here. All right, so this is where you get in the group. This is where you get in on the Facebook fan page, and you leave your comments. Just keep them coming because I'm getting ready to start announcing winners. Also, you've got the option right here to get Jason's program. I'm going to make it a little bigger because, and some of you are making fun of my color choices. Somebody said I should connect with them on IRC, which is a very old platform. I just make things up. I can't help it. Blue and yellow just seem to be the colors to choose tonight. So here we go. I'm going to announce some winners right now. I'm about to choose all of our winners from our Facebook fan page. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go on and go over here to the fan page. I'm going to announce some winners from this post on the fan page. When I announce your name, put your PayPal email address in the chat box, okay? Put your PayPal email address in the chat box. All right, so we don't have that many comments tonight. Typically we have 500, 600, 700, but I think you guys are leaving comments everywhere. So here we go. I'm going to select a winner real fast. When I select your name, you've got exactly 10 seconds to put your PayPal address into the chat box. Here we go. All right, looks like Carolyn. Carolyn, are you here? If you are here, put your PayPal address in the chat box right now. You just won $100. There it is. There's Carolyn. Put your PayPal address in the chat box for me. Now, Jason, I saw a couple of people asking some questions, and one of the ones that I saw, while I pay Carolyn, I'm going to let you answer this, so we'll kind of go back and forth. One of the questions that I saw, okay, was that someone asked earlier, and I heard you kind of allude to this, but number one, they said, what is your guarantee? I already saw you had the 30-day guarantee. But the bigger thing was that they wanted to know what's realistic in terms of being able to make your money back, or start to generate a profit. Is it a 6-week road, an 8-week road, a 2-week road? I mean, can you speak to that a little bit? Because I know we've got a lot of people that have asked that question. They're probably trying to determine, is this right for me right now? Do I need to wait till a later date? Obviously, you guys know this thing it does close down. I have no control over this. Okay, this is not an Anthony Morrison product program. So many of you email me about fan page domination 3 weeks later, and it's hard for me to say no to my own students. But obviously, that is something that people do, right? And so I want you to have all the information that you could possibly have, everything that you need right here and right now. So Jason, maybe you could speak to that.
Yeah, so there's 3 paths that we outline in Operation Physical Products to follow. There's the fast path, which is my favorite path because I'm a fast kind of guy. So if the people that are like me or have no other choice and need to go fast because there's some financial pressure or because they just want to validate and go for that guarantee right away, right? Then we have the fast path outlined for you. We have the second path, which we call the steady path. So the steady path is like what I say that Wilson Matos, my business partner, likes to follow, where he likes to take a little bit extra time to make sure that, crosses his T's and dots his I's, and he wants to go through and get the lay of the land before he gets too crazy into things. And there's about a third of the people that fall under that where they prefer to go at a steady pace, not a slow pace, mind you, and then they can usually get up and run in the first 2 months. And then there's a third path, which we call the methodical path. And so I didn't really get to tell Mattson's story tonight. You probably only saw this screenshot for a second. Mattson joined us in 2013, and he is now doing about $3 million a year, if not more, on Amazon, and he had to borrow money when he first started from his dad. And anytime he tells a story, he cries because, Mattson was already a grandfather, and he'd found himself in that point in his life where he had to borrow money to get started with this, what he did. And that's what it means when you say never give up. That means you got to do what it takes to succeed. And so Mattson and his brother Morgan, they took the methodical approach. They wanted to make sure they had the perfect product. They wanted to make sure that they had everything that they understood about Amazon before they did anything, right? Which to me, Anthony, I can't even fathom that. But that's about a third of our customers. That's how they prefer to operate, at least initially. And I'm going to tell you what, most internet marketing programs, they only allow 1/3, if that, of people to be successful. This is an approach that works, and we've outlined all three approaches. Now, you can start with methodical and then upgrade to fast if you decide to later. Or you can start with fast and then downgrade to methodical or steady if you wish to. But the good news is if you want to go fast, we can get you there as fast as possible. If you want to be steady, we can do it steady. If you want to be methodical, we can do it methodical, because I'm a firm believer that one size fits all when it comes to this kind of stuff. But since we've been doing this longer than anybody and more deeply and thoroughly than anybody, we've outlined each possibility.
Gotcha. Makes total sense. Makes total sense. And I think that's great for people because it gives them options, right? And I think that's what people like. They like the opportunity to either go fast or go slow, to take their time or to speed up and to accelerate at any point in time. That's the way that I like it, right? I mean, I think that's the way we all do.
Money, then you don't have the luxury of choice. You're going to have to go fast. But the beautiful thing is, if that is your concern, that's why we have the guarantee. So that way we take out the risk of going fast that's normally associated with going fast, and we say, hey, listen, we're going to take care of you. And we will, because that's what we do. That's how we're so successful. Half of success is equipping you with the right stuff, like we've done here. But the other half of the success is that mental stuff between your two ears. And I believe that the group reflects on the leader. And my mentality as the leader of this group is if we have to pick you up and carry you over the finish line, we're going to do that. And so I think a lot of the reason we've had so much success in Amazon is because that mentality permeates throughout.
I agree. Listen, guys, I'm about to announce three winners from right here inside the group. So get ready, listen. Put your information in the chat box, and I'm going to give you a instant PayPal payment. So pay close attention. I also want to welcome Heidi, Bruce, Javier, David, Sharon, Gary, Bernard, and Elkin, all of which got in. Jason's support is actually sending me people's information when you get in so I can say congratulations. I'm literally multitasking. I'm trying to manage my Facebook, which you can see is going berserk. And then I'm also trying to use PayPal on this other computer. There's just all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Here we go. We're going to announce three winners, and we're going to announce three winners really fast, okay? So pay close attention. You don't want to miss out when your name is called. I will call Fabian. All right, so Fabian, are you here? Put your PayPal address in the chat box now. So Fabian, where'd you go? Oh gosh, Fabian Cordova? Fabian Cordova. Put your PayPal address in the chat box for me. All right. Looking for Fabian. There we go. All right, so I got Fabian, and I'm getting ready to send you money, Fabian. All right, we're going to announce two more really fast right here in the Facebook group. Again, guys, if you're getting in, go ahead and do it now. It's not going to cause you to lose your $100 cash prize. I can promise you that. And the good news is you'll be able to get in and take advantage of this and all of Jason's bonuses. I saw a lot of you asking about the bonuses. These are not bonuses that are time released like typically you might see.
Yeah, they actually are there. If I gave them all the bonuses at once, it'd probably cause a heart attack. So like, for example, until you have your product listed on Amazon, there's no benefit to having the viral app, for example, right? So we have outlined these bonuses to be released automatically depending on where they're at for Module 1 or Week 1, Week 2. When you go to mybestbonus.com/Anthony, it literally will say under each and every single bonus when it is released and how you get access to it.
Yeah, so, let me clarify. Let me clarify. What I meant was typically I have like a bonus that we only allow a certain number of people to even get. So fast action bonuses. And
I got you. Yeah.
Everybody, so anybody that still hasn't gotten in will still get the bonuses when the bonuses are available. So that's what I meant. Let me clarify.
Well, the fast action bonuses they expire on the 31st, right?
There
so
you go.
Anybody who gets in before then gets them all, and if you wait till after that, you don't get any of them.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. Let me give away another $100. Here we go. How about Echo Art? Wait, I can't keep up with anything. Echo, I don't know what to do. Echo Art. Put your information in the chat box. I don't even know if that's actually your name or if that's like a business name. Okay, so I got it. I got your name. That would be LJ Max. Okay, great. I'm going to pay you right now. Here we go. All right, so that's 3 of our $100 cash prizes. As you can see, this takes an awfully long time. So what I'm going to do is speed the process up by announcing 3 let's see, I'm at 3, so I'm going to announce 2 people right now. All right, and both of you will come from the Facebook group. Then I'll switch back over to our fan page for just a minute. All right, so we're still giving away cash. You've been paid, so let me just, I don't know where you went. It's hard to keep up in the group because, let's see. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's give away 2 more in the group real fast. Keep your comments coming in. If you love Jason, feel free to put in there how great Jason's training was. Basically what we're doing is we're telling everybody that didn't show up tonight how much they missed out on some awesome training, right? So that's what we're always trying to do, is encourage people to be back. Here we go. Let's give away some more cash. What about Jose Santiago? It was on you and then it ran away. There we go. Jose Santiago, are you with me still? If you are, put your information in the chat box now. Jose Santiago. There we go. I got Jose's. All right, we're giving away 4. All right, so we've given away 4 of our cash prizes. And I'm going to shoot this off right now. $100 to Jose. Congrats. Everybody can say congrats to Jose. This is what we do, by the way, on the Success Connection, Jason. We give away a lot of money. It's great to offer the product, and there are tons of people that have gotten in, tons of people that have already gotten in, and man, I just can't keep up with the comments. So I was trying to tell Jose congratulations, but I lost Jose. So, but we give away a lot of cash, man. We're always just trying to make sure everybody has a good time, make sure everybody enjoys themselves. How many of you are going to be back next week? Just go leave comments on Facebook and say, I'll be back next week. We'll pick a winner that says that, right? Keep them coming in. Say, I'll be back next week, right? All right, here we go. I'm going to only load a few of these for now. Here we go. That's probably good because it's almost virtually impossible for me to keep up with all the comments. So we'll pick another winner real fast from here. How about Dennis? Dennis Slota. I can't even spell right now. There's so many people that are going crazy on me right here. All right, here we go. Just kind of pulling up Dennis's information here. There we go. Got you, Dennis. All right, so I've given away 5. Now, what I want to do is I want to switch gears, guys, because we've given away 5 of our cash prizes. Here's the thing. I'm going to give away the other 5 here in the next few minutes. I know it's taking me a little longer, but as you can see, it takes time to give away this much money. We've given away $500. but we're going to give away 500 more. But what I want to do is I want to give you guys a chance, because I know I pulled this URL off the screen. Okay, I want to give you a chance to get in. Here it is, mybestbonus.com/Anthony. Type the number 1 in the chat box if you are still trying to get in to this program, so I can see how many people are still trying to get in to the program. So Sharon, Ulrich, Richard, Sandra, Pamela, Carol, Marion, David, Diana, Laura. Okay, there's a ton of you that are trying to get in right now. Melissa. Okay, if you're trying to get in, now is the time to make it happen, because I am going to have to switch back to giving away cash. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to get into the program right now. Okay, so 5 minutes to get into the program right now. Since I started giving away all this cash, we had Karen, we had Paul, Heidi, and Bruce, and I can't remember how many others that have actually gotten in since the last time. But go ahead, do it now, okay? And it'll you're not going to miss out on your opportunity to win any cash. I promise. Okay? So that is perfectly fine. Worry not. Now, I do want to caution you guys with something. I know that sometimes we come on here and we'll tell you that, hey, this offer is only good till this certain day, and then, because it's my offer, I try to sometimes extend it for my students. That is not going to happen with this offer. It is going to close down. The order form is not going to work on the 31st at midnight, right? So you need to make sure that you're aware of that. The link is right here on the screen. I'll put it in the chat box for you. Okay, it's mybestbonus.com/Anthony. So I just put that back on the screen for you. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give away 2 more winners real fast while you guys continue to get in. I'm going to give away 2 more winners here on my Facebook fan page, because we have neglected the fan page for a minute. Now we're up to 624 comments. I like that. By the way, I'm also going to pick a winner from the shares right here. I'm going to pick a winner from the shares and a winner from the likes. So you need to go share and like, because nobody ever clicks share, nobody ever clicks like. So click share, click like. You'll have a great chance of winning. That's going to be 2 of my next $500 giveaways are going to be right here on the like and the share for this one post. Okay, we got lots of comments, but we need likes and shares. So here we go. I'm going to pick 2 winners here real fast. Let's see. Let me load them all up, and we'll scroll through them. So click like and share, and you'll see you've got a much better chance to win, because not everybody has done it. All right, here we go. Let's just pick a winner. Scrolling down. Well, that just landed in between, so we're going to have to keep going. All right, scrolling down. All right, you guys are getting creative. Cody Tillman. Cody, are you with us? When you have these big images, it makes it easy for it to land on them. Cody, are you still with us? In fact, Cody, I swear I think you've won before. I swear I think Cody's won. Cody, you won $100. If you're still with us, put your PayPal address in the chat box for me, right? And then again, guys, press like, press share on that post. I'm going to select 2 winners from there. Cody is here. Cody, can you give me your PayPal address real fast? All right. So Cody has won. I'm just going to put, Cody, I'm going to go on and reply to you. Hashtag winner. And then never give up. All right. I'm going to select another winner while I wait for Cody's PayPal address. So here we go. We're going to select another winner. Of course, as you guys know, it's completely random, so I just scroll through here and just let it fly. Here we go. How about, dang, I keep going in between people. All right, how about Kathy? Kathy Seekers. Something. Hopefully that I did not just completely make a terrible pronunciation of your name. All right, Cody, paying you now, man. I have paid Cody before. I see you in my PayPal account. Congratulations on winning again. That just tells you guys, when you win on the Success Connection, hell, you could win a lot. Who knows? I'm always giving, when I give away $1,000 in a single night, it does kind of increase the odds that you may actually win, right? People always say, oh, it never happens to me. I've got numerous people, I feel like, that have won multiple times. All right, I got Kathy. All right, so we've got Kathy in here. I actually have forgotten how much I've given away. Jason, do you remember?
I have no idea, my friend.
I don't remember. I'll have to check my PayPal. I think I've given away. I think I'm supposed to give away 300 more. So what the hell? That's what I'll do. I know it's not less than that or not more than that. So all right, Kathy, just got you paid. So Kathy, #winner paid. All right, so I'm going to refresh this and pick a winner from my likes and my shares, just like I told you I was going to do. All right, so here we go. Let's check it out. This is one of the things we do. Look at that. All of a sudden, we have 89 likes and a bunch of shares. So here we go. Let's just pick one of these likes. See how awesome this is? I can just load all these. This is really cool stuff. Now, of course, I'm hoping that you guys will actually like my fan page. What is wrong with you? You're not, Jason, can people that are not fans of the fan page actually win? I'm going to do this.
Nope.
See, I don't know. Oh, I don't know, guys. I didn't say that you couldn't, so I'll let you win even if you didn't. All right. Here we go. Look at this. Here we go. All right. We will pick David A. Smith. David actually is a fan. David, are you still here? If you're here, put your PayPal address in the chat box. David Smith. So David Smith just won $100 for liking the post. Pretty simple stuff. All right, waiting on David. All right, while I wait on David, I'm going to also go ahead and refresh this and look at all the people that shared. All right, so we're going to go select a winner from the shares. This is how we do it. All right, let's see. We got 82 people that have actually shared the post. So that's always fun. All right, here we go. I'm going to select someone that has shared the post because, again, that is fun. All right. All right, I think I got them all loaded up now. Here we go. Winner, Prosperity. I don't know who Prosperity is. If you're Prosperity, I'll have to double check that you're telling me the truth, but put your PayPal address in the chat box for me and I'll get you paid $100 for sharing. Okay, so Prosperity has won. People always use different names. All right, it's Prosperity. Now, I've got one more $100 prize to give away. I'm going to do that inside of the Success Connection group. And then we're going to give away my software. All right, so I'm going to give you the link for the software, and we're going to wrap up the offer for Jason's program. So here we go. We've got lots and lots and lots of people that are in here doing crazy things like leaving tons of comments. So we'll pick some towards the end here. All right, so we've got another $100 cash prize. Here we go. All right, so we're going to give away another $100 right here. So, and the winner is Jeff. Jeff Aschenbach? Jeff, are you still with us? Just say yes if you are and put your PayPal address. Where'd you go? Put your PayPal address in the chat box for me if Jeff is still here. All right, we got to wait for Jeff. Yep. All right, so I got Jeff. All right, so Jeff, going to get you paid right now. All right, so guys, I'm going to turn it back over to Jason for just a minute while I pay Jeff. Jason, if you want to give everybody just a little bit more information, I saw a couple of questions. I think a ton of people got their questions answered, obviously. But I'd like for you to just speak to those people that maybe are kind of on the fence. They are thinking about doing this. They're not sure. What would you have to say to them? I'll give you just a few more minutes with them while I finish up paying our winner here, and then I'm going to go ahead and give away my software and wrap this thing up.
Yeah, so first of all, if you need anything from us, because normally, and Anthony and I are very similar in this regard, we would stay on here till every single question was answered, even if it meant 4 or 5 hours, because it's very rare we get to do this. But the poor guy's getting married, so I'm not going to hold him up, and we're going to send him on his way. We're going to wrap it up here. So if you need anything between now and the 31st, the end of the 31st, which is when this offer is available, just write in at support@rapidcrush.com. So that's support@rapidcrush.com. And if you have a question that you want to answer that we're not going to get a chance to answer here, that's going to be helpful for you to decide whether or not this makes sense for you to move forward with, you're going to want to write it to support@rapidcrush.com. Now, the other thing I will say to that, Anthony, as we wrap up here is this. Tell me if this is true with you. It's been very true with me, Anthony, that very quickly, I can just feel if a decision is right or not for me. And every time I've trusted that feeling and I've went forward, it's always been worth it. And every time that I had that feeling and didn't trust it, it was costly to me, that I did not listen to my gut or to that intuition or that thing that says, hey, do it and then we'll figure out the rest later. Or this seems to make sense. Let's go forward with this. Every time I've listened to that voice, it's always served me well. Has that been your experience as well?
100%. And I'll tell you, there have been many times, even, I guess even, gosh, man, I would even say with the Success Connection, when I decided I was doing this, the Success Connection, and those of you that are still with us, we've still got hundreds and hundreds of people on here. I've never told you this story, but when I decided I was going to do the Success Connection, people told me I was crazy. In fact, most everybody in the internet marketing space said I was crazy. They said, how can you dedicate so much time and not be selling something all the time? Because, hey, you know what? We sell stuff every once in a while on here, but how many of you would agree that I give you absolutely insane amounts of free training right here on the Success Connection? Just say yes if you agree with me, right? It's not always something for sale. In fact, we weren't even planning on Jason selling anything. You guys kept asking me for it. I didn't even know what it was that he had. I'm not going to lie. I had no clue. I just knew that he did awesome Amazon stuff. I'd heard that he did $7 million with some Amazon thing. I was selling Amazon stuff. I had no clue. And so for me, people told me there was no way that I was ever going to do this. They said it was crazy. In fact, I had one of the top marketers in our space just the other week say, I don't know how you can commit to this. I don't know how you can, on Thanksgiving, on Christmas, on your bachelor party, whatever, that my wedding was actually planned around the Success Connection, literally, the day that we were doing my wedding. And I told him, I said, I'm going to be dedicated to it because it feels right. It feels like something that's going to benefit my life and benefit the lives of others. And here we are, a year and a half later. I've stuck to it. I have not skipped a single week. The show has gone on. There were a couple of weeks I let my brother step in for me for the bulk of it because I was doing a product opening of Mobile Opt-in, but I hopped on right at the end. I made sure that I was here. And you know what, Jason, I'll tell you, it's been the most rewarding thing in my entire business. I've found, I would say, motivation from from doing this. I've found, I would say, encouragement. I found, in some ways, almost like a new energy about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and why I'm doing it. It's helped me through a lot of moments in my life where there's been certainly a lot of negative in my life, a lot of negative things going on. And then I get to hop on here and I get excited and I start giving away money and I don't know. I forget, about everything else that's going on in my life that's not positive. And it's because I had this gut feeling that this is what I should do, that this is a path I wanted to go down, and then I stayed dedicated to it. And that's the key for all of you to pay close attention, is you have to be dedicated to what you do, right? When you join Jason's program, right? And for those of you asking for the link, I'm going to put it up in a second, but out of respect for Jason, who's, speaking about his program and his training and asking me questions, I'm not going to have everybody running off to get software. I'll put that up right at the end, and you can stay up there and go get it. I'll leave it up all night. But I'll say that being dedicated to what you do is the most important thing if you want to be successful. And I've been dedicated to the Success Connection, and I've got great people that are literally, like you see, Jason, I'm sure you can see, people are asking me about my dad, my little cousin. I had 3 or 4 people email me this week just randomly and say, we want to put your cousin and your dad on prayer chains in our churches and in our groups. I'm just, it's been such a positive thing in my life, but it all came from making a decision, and it was a tough decision. I mean, people think it's so simply and easy to dedicate, and you say, well, it's just 2 hours a week, but it's pretty tough to dedicate every Thursday night of your life to this. I'm a big football fan. I don't get to watch Thursday night football anymore at all And, that's one of the things I enjoy doing. I would say that every time I have had a gut feeling that I should do something, or I should be in a certain place, I should follow a certain person, I should connect with a certain person, whatever, it has always worked out to be in my benefit. Even when other people were negative around me. I'm sure people on here right now who have negative people in their lives who would tell them they're crazy as hell to try to learn how to sell anything on the internet, let alone on Amazon, let alone from somebody like you, okay? Or me. But I found that getting rid of the negative people, tuning them out, focusing on positive, and doing what I feel is right for me has always led me in the right direction and helped me to create the successes that I have today. So I would encourage everybody that's kind of sitting there thinking, I know I should do this, but there's all these people that tell me it won't work, or I know I should do this, but all these people tell me I shouldn't. Follow your gut. Follow your instinct. If you watched Jason's training and you feel like, man, I don't want to do this. This isn't for me. Then follow that instinct. I think Jason would agree with me. We're not here to try to make a few dollars off of selling you a product. Jason actually loves doing this. I love doing the trainings. I'd make way more money if I just developed my own shitty Amazon product and decided to sell that. But that's not what I do. We really do like taking people and turning them into success stories and helping them find the right path to success. So I would say if your gut tells you that this is right, if you watch this training and you feel like Jason is a good person, which obviously I know that he is, then you should do it, and you should follow that instinct. I truly believe that it will lead you in a path or down a path that's going to help fulfillment, have more positivity, and obviously have more success in your life. So I commend everybody and congratulate everybody that's getting in and that's already gotten in that's felt like this was the right path for them, man.
And here's what I like about this, Anthony. So we often start thinking too much in black and white. Most of us do. So when you say trust the intuition and it's never steered you wrong, and I agree with that. I bet you everybody on this call, if they're true to themselves, agrees with that as well. If there's any part of you, even if it's a small part that says, I think there's something here, I think it's worth going further on. Here's the good news. We're not asking you to jump into an abyss and say, just trust us. I'm saying follow what you think feels right, knowing full well that you have several things backing you and protecting you along the way, the least of which is the regular guarantee, all the way to the extreme of the guarantee of profits and any and everything in between. But what the lesson I got from Anthony is what he was just saying there is up front before he made the decision, he had 100 reasons to not make that decision. He had 1,000 reasons to say, well, I'm not going to do the Success Connection. And he told you those reasons, because I'm going to have to make sacrifices. And there's going to be times in my life where it's not going to be good for me. And, it's hard to understand how the specifics are going to play out. These are all things that Anthony basically just said. He didn't know the details. He had no idea exactly and specifically how it was going to play out. And there was a lot of reasons for him not to do that, which is a lot of reasons why nobody else does that, by the way, the Success Connection or anything like that. But there was one thing he said. It wasn't the 1,000 or the 10,000 things that told him no. It was that one thing that told him yes. And that was the thing that he made the decision on. And he'll tell you, and you don't even have to tell you. You can just look at him on his webcam and you can see it, right? It's the best damn decision he ever made. And for most of my customers, that's the deal with them as well. Here's the thing. It's a light switch. This is what I always tell my clients. It takes you forever to want to switch that light on, and you have to go and you have to talk yourself into switching that light on. You really have to pump yourself up, and you have to commit that, yes, I'm going to go over there and switch that light on. But here's the beautiful thing. When you switch the light on, it comes on instantaneously. When you switch over to and say, listen, I'm committed to doing this Amazon thing, and a big part of that commitment is making that investment here today. That is a tremendous commitment on your part. That is the most serious part of the commitment, really, is right there. That's when you flip the light switch on. That's when you turn it on. It's so funny. We spend more time getting ready to do something than we do actually doing it. So you spent all this time up until now getting ready to do this. Now it's time to do it. mybestbonus.com/Anthony. And you know what? Some people accuse me, and I'm totally guilty of this, Anthony, is they say, geez, Jason, you push very hard. And I said, of course I do, because I care. I push because I care. Because if you were sitting next to me right now and it was just you and I in a room, and you said, Jason, I really want to do this, and I'm in a challenging situation, and my finances aren't what they want to be, I wouldn't take that lightheartedly. I would say, listen, I got the perfect solution for you, and I'm going to do everything I can in my willpower to help you understand that this is the best thing for you. And that's truth, because that's what we did with Raul. That's what we did with Chaz. When I showed you that Chaz did $500,000 last month, I didn't tell you the story of how it took him, because he's a friend of ours. It took him 18 months to make the decision to start selling on Amazon. And, you know, when people hear that, they say, wow, at least he did it. What I hear is say, geez, 18 months. Where would he have been at if he would have started earlier? And then I think about it one more step further. For every Chaz we get, who do we miss? Who is that person? Because I got to say the right combinations of words and feelings and things to get somebody like Chaz to say yes, and even then it can take a while. And I know we don't get them all. We don't get most of them. Who did we miss? Who is now walking around oblivious? Who would have been a millionaire if they would have said yes, but said no? And I know I've missed people, and I take that duty as serious as anything, and that's why I try to come out here and give you everything I can, my A-level best. And then that's just not here. That's when we start is here, and then we continue to do that. So that's my closing on that, Anthony, at mybestbonus.com/Anthony. If anybody needs anything, if anybody needs help checking out, needs to spread it out over multiple cards or whatever you have to do, what we can do to help you, support at rapidcrush.com is the way of going about doing that. Anthony, by the way, I want to thank you so much for being able to make something like this happen. It's so exciting to me because very rarely do we get the chance to come out and share something like this.
I know it's definitely it's definitely one of those things where you know what, I'll tell you what, Jason, I got to pull up. I forgot the link to get this software. I'm going to give it to everybody in just a second. I actually forgot the link. Let's see, because I wasn't really. Yeah, that's definitely not the link. There we go. That's the link. All right. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to give everybody the link to get this free software. All right, everybody. The link is, and then Jason, I'm going to follow up with you because I want to address that. So go.dsc.com/free account. Now I want you guys to focus on something because I'm only going to say this once. So for all of you that are scrambling around, running around, going to a URL and all this stuff, I'll put it in the chat box. Do not miss what I'm about to tell you because otherwise you will not be able to set up your account. And I am not going to repeat it 75 times because I do feel like once should be enough. All right. This box right here that says registration password. In this box, you type SCVIP. You all type the same thing, SCVIP. You will see that I list that, okay? I list it right here, the VIP password. Now, once you type that in, you fill out all of this information correctly. Down here, you will see the login details. This is where you put your email address and you choose a password that you want to use. Okay? Write it down before you hit submit, before you hit create my account. Write down your email address and your password because that is what you will use to log in. Now, once you have done that, you will have created your account. The second step is you will log in. All you've got to do to log in is go to marketersoftware.com. I will show you that as well. When you get there, you will notice a picture of my brother. That is because we have not even released this to anybody. That's a placeholder from his e-commerce academy. But up here at the very top, you'll see a button that says My Account. That is where you will log in. Okay, so that is where you will log into your account. When you click this button, it will bring you into your account. You will type your username and password. It will bring you into your account. There are two pieces of software that are available for you right now for free. One is Convert Timers. The other is Video Increase. Convert Timers, this will be really cool with some of the stuff that you might do on Amazon and some of the promotions you might do with your Amazon data. The Convert Timers, my iPad is ringing because my mom is calling. Hold on one second. Hey, Mom, I'm actually still on my Success Connection. Can I call you back? Love you too. Live TV. It's like reality shows here, Jason. All right, so anytime my mom calls me late at night, I pick up. So, all right, so you can create timers. All right, all you got to do is click Create a Timer, and then you will be able to go in, click on Active Designs. You can just basically go in here and create your very own countdown timer that, of course, will help you to generate more clicks. Now, I want you to all look at something. There is a video here that tells you how to use it. Make sure you watch it. Watch the video first, okay? The same thing with our Video Increase software. When you click this, you will see a video here that tells you exactly how to use it and what it does. Each of these softwares cost me about $5,000 to develop. You get them completely free. And of course, when you log in to access your software, we remind you to make sure that you join us every week on the Success Connection, okay? So this is the information to get your software. It's all right here. You go to this URL to sign up, use this password, create your own username and password, and then you log in there at marketersoftware.com. All right? How many of you got that? Just say yes in the chat box if you got that for me. All right? I will leave it on the screen for just a few minutes when we wrap things up so that you will be able to go there and get your software, so it'll all be on the screen. This will also be in the replay. Now, if you have not enrolled in Jason's program, all right, I can tell you right now you have until Sunday night. You will be getting replay emails from me and maybe even a text message reminder, I'm not sure, between now and Sunday. So do whatever it takes, make whatever arrangements you have to make, and you'll be able to get in up until Sunday night, okay, Sunday night at midnight. So very, very important. And Jason, to speak to kind of what you were saying, you know, I am thrilled that you were willing to come here not only you know, this week but also last week and spend some time with us. I know that my students love it. It's quality time. How many of you feel like you got value tonight? Just say yes if you got value. It's not just a big sales pitch. It's, hey, if you want to get it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Remember, I told you earlier, you can walk from New York City to California. You can do that. If you're determined and there's no way you can afford a plane ticket, you can walk, right? And successful people, guess what they will do? They will put their shoes on and they will walk, right? That you're determined. You're getting there one way or another. Now, if you've got the means, if you've got the capability, if you've got the opportunity in your life right now to be able to invest in the plane ticket to get there much faster, well, the plane ticket is obviously Jason, his team, his staff, his resources, his bonuses, and his entire training, right? So the choice is yours. Do you want to get there fast or do you want to get there slow? But let me tell you what option you don't have, okay? The option you don't have is to not do it, right? We talk about it all the time. Never give up. The option you cannot do is give up, right? So regardless, I want to make sure that you start having success. I want to make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity because the opportunity is here now. It might not be here 10 years from now. It might not be here 5 years from now. When I started online, this wasn't here. Neither was Facebook. I still made $250,000, $300,000 a month, right? But it's evolved and it's changed, right? And so the opportunity is here, the opportunity is now, and it's time for you to take advantage of it and cash in on it, right? And that's what it's all about. That's the reason I created the Success Connection, was to connect you with the right opportunities, the right training, the right knowledge that's working today, not rehash stuff that worked 6 years ago, but stuff that's working right now and working today. Right now, Amazon is killing it. I want you in on it, whether you walk or you run, whether you do it on your own or you make the decision that you want to make sure that you get in on this before it ends, and you go in and buy the plane ticket, get the program, get in, jump in with Jason's team, just kind of full steam ahead, and you start having massive success extremely, extremely fast. Jason, I want to thank you, man, for being here. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully we'll be able to do it again sometime.
Excellent. Thank you, Anthony, and thank you, everyone here in the Success Connection. If you need us, just drop us an email and we'll respond.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Everybody, listen, Have a phenomenal weekend, okay? Next week when I come to you, I will be live for my bachelor party. I am not responsible for what you hear in the background. Typically, I am in a controlled environment. Things are very quiet. I am very focused. I've got multiple computers, multiple microphones, all kinds of stuff. I don't even know where I will be next week when I come to you live, but I guarantee you there will be some awesome stuff. We're going to be starting off our profit cycle breakdown training series. It's a 3-part training series. Part 1 is next week. You do not need to miss it because it is the foundation going through the entire workshop. So make sure you're there. Do not miss it. Of course, why would you want to miss something I'm doing for you during my bachelor party? All of my friends are going to think I'm insane and I'm crazy. But I am going to do it anyway because I am committed. And hopefully you are all just as committed to your success as I am. Listen, have a fun weekend. Have a safe weekend. Make sure that you're doing something tomorrow that's productive, right? Make sure that you're on the right path. You're staying focused. You're staying positive. Join Jason's program by Sunday night before the opportunity has passed you by. And I'll see you all next Thursday right here. Same place, same time for you, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Success Connection. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week.